Today we go back in time, back to the old world. I mean, look at it. It looks like one of those old White Dwarf covers. It's glorious. Empire of Man versus Orcs and Goblins. And helping me bring the story to life again is Monkey and Stylus. Say hi, Stylus Monkey.
Hi, Stylus Monkey.
And how many points are we playing today?
We are playing 3,439 points on the dot.
On the dot, a very precise why that number?
Because that was as many as Monkey said he could paint in time. So
Okay.
But I've heard there's a lot of talk in the tournament scene that that's like the optimum point level.
3,439.
Yeah, the tournament scene is really hot for Old World, isn't it?
Stuff, yeah. Really competitive.
I like the fact that it's over 3,000 points, though. You've both got a lot of shizzle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Slowly building.
Monkey, have you added some new things?
I've added some new things. 2 new units today I've added.
Okay. And Stylus, you brought a whole new army.
I didn't need to add new things, but I did anyway.
Yes, because you've got how many Old World armies?
Ooh, 7 or 8 now?
7 or 8.
The greenskins are my biggest one. I've got about 8,000 points worth of them, so I can pick and choose.
Should we take a look?
Yes.
So this is 3,400 points of Orcs and Goblins.
Orcs and Goblins, yes. 3,439 points of Orcs and Goblins.
On the nose.
On the nose.
With some squigs and trolls and things.
With their normal coterie of beasties, yes. All count as Orcs and Goblins.
Right, it's gorgeous. Let's zoom in.
Okay, let's go. We'll start with a war boss. He's keeping more in line. This is Grushnog Iron Splitter.
Okay.
My Black Orc war boss. So he's tooled up with the Ogre Blade, which is designed for killing ogres, of which none have arrived.
Right.
And a Talisman of Protection to keep him alive until he can kill ogres. So he's going with the Black Orcs there.
That's a big swarm of Black Orcs.
Big old mob of Black Orcs.
They're scary.
They've turned up and they're in charge of the entire world, so they're going to keep everyone in order. So they have this, they can keep a bit of discipline going on there, which is what, if you're playing Orcs and Goblins, discipline, reliability, this is what I was lacking in my previous battles against Monkey. This is what's going to get me now. It'll do exactly what I want it to do.
Because low leadership, they tend to run away a lot, the Goblins in particular.
They do, not on my watch. So Groshnog's going to keep me in order. Then we got some Savage Orcs, which are regular Orcs with war paint and the ability to go frenzied, so they get crazy.
All right.
They are led by the Battle Standard Bearer. So this is Nog Chopper. He's got a little giant on a stick there.
That's the giant's head on a stick.
Giant's head on a stick. He's got the Warg banner, as you'd expect. So
right.
That makes them a bit easier to make their charge. And this
is a very, very big spear.
Yes, it's a big stabber.
Right.
Known as a big stabber. So when they all run forward, he does a big stabber thing with it.
Is it actually called Big Stabber?
It's called a Big Stabber. It's an upgrade for the unit.
Say Big Stabber again.
Big Stabber.
Big Stabber ain't no country I ever heard of. Do they speak Orc in Big Stabber? Who's this fella?
This is my my Night Goblin war boss riding his giant cave squig.
Okay.
He's carrying his Walloper's one-hit wonder.
Right.
It has a single use, as you might imagine. He's leading some squig hoppers behind.
Okay.
Bouncing along on their squigs.
Nice.
Keeping going with the squig theme, we've got a swarm of squigs here being prodded along. They're going to be like my skirmishing screen, getting away with things, eat stuff.
Right.
And way at the back are some Mangler squigs.
Right.
They are less random than they used to be, but they are certainly they're random enough. They will charge into things and may things or may not.
Squigs are scary.
Squigs are
A
fun.
Mangler squig's even scarier.
They are if they roll well. If they don't, they don't.
And these are the old lead ones. You could put these in the slingshot and really hurt someone.
Oh, yes. Here we got the star of the show. This is another Orc war boss, not a Black Orc. He's an Orc war boss on a Wyvern.
Wyvern.
Why not Wyvern? So he is riding this. He's tooled up with some trollhide trousers, an Ed-butting and the choppiest chopper. So he's the guy who's going to go searching for, generals on griffins and stuff and see if he can take care of them.
The choppiest chopper.
The choppiest chopper.
Right.
In front of him is the biggest unit of goblins I've got. We've got 40 goblins here.
40.
With short bows. They're just menacing. To try and make them a bit more scary, I've given them the spider banner, which makes all their bows poisoned. So they'll have poisoned attacks, which means they will auto wound on 6s to hit.
Okay.
They do actually have to, hit and roll and not run away, so who knows. But just in case they get into combat, we've got 3 nasty skulkers hiding in the unit.
Yes.
These are basically goblin assassins.
Right.
When they're engaged in combat, they will leap out and they will attack with all the fury that you'd imagine a goblin with a short knife can do. So, terrifying.
It sounds painful.
Exactly. So I've given it away now, so the Monkey would be terrified of that unit and will not charge it because of the nasty skulkers. We've got some common trolls back there. They'll hopefully be staying within leadership, because if they're not, they will go very stupid and do nothing. But, they're quite tough. They regenerate and they hit things nicely. So they're common trolls. Over here, We've got some Night Goblins with the deadly fanatics hidden in them. They've also got short bows, so beware the hail of fire within a very small distance.
You've got some ranged fire this time.
You say ranged, 18 inches for the short bows.
Right.
It's ranged within a brisk gallop of a horse.
Yes.
Speaking of which, we've got some cavalry back here.
Yes.
Some wolf riders to screen and distract, and some heavy cavalry in the form of savage orcs riding war boars.
Is this guy skinned Tigger from Winnie the Pooh and is wearing his skin?
Always possible. You've also got a big boss in there carrying the accurate axe.
Right.
Which is his stone hammer that apparently is very accurate.
Right, okay. And he brought some artillery.
Artillery, yeah. So
I had this model
it's a good model.
back in the day when it was released.
It's a lovely model. So
Yeah.
that's the rock lobber.
Yes. Does it rock? Lob?
It
Rock?
wasn't just a rock, it was a rock lobber. That's my rock lobber.
Yeah.
We've got 2 bolt throwers, or spear chuckers.
Yes.
And then we've got 2 doom divers, which are basically rock lobbers, but they don't lob rocks, they lob goblins with wings. So
Okay.
I'm matching now the famous Nuln artillery with some of my own. So beware the barrage.
You're throwing rocks and goblins at your opponent.
Exactly. So accurate artillery, reliable infantry, deadly weapons. This cannot go wrong.
And this is 3,400 points of the Empire of Man.
Empire of Man, yes.
Yes.
So we are led by General Blucher on an Imperial Griffin.
Right.
So it's a big old bird, and the bird is actually better than the general in the fighting stakes, really.
Okay.
I mean, he is, comparatively bigger, so he's going to stand up there.
It's a very big bird.
Yeah. So on bird-related things, to the left,
Yes.
we've got a unit of demigriffs
Right.
with a few knights on there.
Demigriffs. Baby hippogriffs.
Baby hippogriffs.
Did you give your dude a special weapon this time?
I did, but he is within the 100-point special limit. He's got special armour
Yes.
and a special weapon. He's got a giant blade.
Okay.
But it is within it limit, so please.
Yeah.
he's
Who
on
would
it
ever
once.
bring something that was above the limit?
Imagine cheating like that.
No. Normally we start cheating in turn 2.
Yeah.
Not in the army selection phase.
But it's totally legal. Well, not legal, but as close to legal as I can get it.
Okay. All right then. And then some demigriffs.
Demigriffs.
Yes.
Yes. So we've got a level 4 wizard.
Level 4.
Level 4 wizard.
Okay. Expensive.
Quite high on the wizardy terms.
Yeah.
And he's on an Imperial Warhorse.
Right.
Which looks like a unicorn.
Right.
I just thought it looks pretty.
Yeah.
So he'll be doing wizard and spells and stuff.
Yes.
We'll get into them as we go along.
Yes.
Next to them, we've got a unit of 10 inner circle knights,
Very strong unit.
all with great weapons.
Yes.
They've never been that strong because they all strike last. So
Okay. But
Let's
then
hope
they
they
got
survive.
2 wounds and things. And,
I think they're all right.
Okay.
They're all right. They're not too
Alright.
bad. They're not too bad.
Alright.
These are my veteran troops.
Right.
This is led by there's a captain in there, Heinrich Roos.
Heinrich.
And he's got a special weapon as well.
Okay.
Again, to make up to bump up the points. But they're all kitted with halberds and that kind of stuff, so they're pretty decent.
Yes.
To the left, we've got a unit of pistoliers.
Mm-hmm.
So these are in a skirmish formation, and they've all got dual handguns.
Yeah.
And
Shooting while riding on horseback. Very safe.
yes, nothing can go wrong, especially with the sergeant in there, who's
Right.
got a grenade launching blunderbuss as well. So that'd be pretty
While
cool.
riding horseback.
Yeah, while riding a horseback again.
Brilliant.
Next to it, steam tank.
Yeah.
Steam tank does steam tank things.
Yeah.
It's really good at withstanding attacks from dragons and things, as we
Yeah.
saw last time.
Yeah. Particularly if you don't bring any special weapons, but he's brought a special weapon this time.
I know. Imagine.
Yeah.
I look forward to him charging my tanks with his war boss.
Yeah.
To the left, a unit of fanatics
Okay.
or flagellants.
They're good.
They're good. They're led by Electra Sigmar, and he can do his Sigmar's prayers.
Good for tying up big units.
They actually
Like
got
trolls or something.
they've quite a glass cannon.
Right.
So they've got 2 attacks on the charge because of Furious Charge and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So they're quite a blender unit. I'm not sure they last too long because they're just in loincloths and things,
Right.
but they're pretty good. Unit of state troops next to them,
Yep.
with our favourite man, Dave the Man-Catcher,
Yep.
and his Cage of Wonders.
Yep. He's got the cage in there. 1 minute. What is in his cave today? Comment in the comment section below. Cave, cage.
So behind we have 2 units of state missile troops
Yes.
with handguns, a 10 and a 12.
Yeah.
So they'll be laying down some ranged firepower, hopefully, to whittle down the lines.
Okay.
We've got a unit of archers next to them, so they're skirmishers and they can deploy like a scout move as well.
Yes.
In the back right, we've got a unit of Empire Knights.
Right.
These are the Order of Knights Panther.
Okay.
And they've got a chapter master leading them as well.
A chapter master Calgar is coming along.
Yes, with his dual power fists and dual heavy bolters as well.
Nice.
Which would be quite nice. So at the back is the fun stuff. So we've got 3 artillery pieces.
Yes.
On the left, we've got a mortar.
Yes.
Usual up and down explosive blast. So things in the centre of the circle will take more damage than the outside.
Yep.
The Hell Blaster volley gun in the middle is all or nothing, and it can either go big bang and shoot 24 shots in one go, or it can just blow up in their faces.
Right.
Which is nice. And then we've got a great cannon next to them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which does the usual good cannon bouncy things. But we've got 2 engineers.
Yes.
So they allow them either to roll on the engineer's ballistic skill.
Yes.
Which is better. Or, importantly, they can re-roll a misfire dice as well.
Yes.
So that's the important stuff.
The engineers are very important if you bring artilleries.
Indeed.
Unless you're loading up your artillery with goblins and just sending them into the sky.
It doesn't matter then, does it?
Obviously, the Orcs and Goblins outnumber you about 2 to 1.
Yeah.
But you've got quality here.
Hopefully.
And some griffins and things jumping around all over the place. So the Empire of Man versus Orcs and Goblins. It's going to be epic. Right, back to the opening shot. Here we are after the deployment. There's fast things on the flanks. Fast things on the flanks are looking at each other. And then, Stylus, any thoughts about how you put the things down over here?
I'm trying to keep some control, so I've got the very reliable unit in the middle with the leadership, keeping the trolls in order.
Yes.
Battle standard bearer to give rerolls to these guys.
Yes.
Got my little artillery at the back.
Yes.
Things get a bit less reliable here. We've got squigs, hoppers, goblins.
Right.
Got some bull boys hiding behind the rock, though. They should come out for a nice little flank attack here.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
A couple of spear chuckers up there.
A couple of spear chuckers up there.
Yeah, I do notice that monkey anchored the right and left flank with the artillery. And what's this unit doing down here? Right in the middle.
They've just come out of the woods.
Right.
From a picnic, and they've gone, oh my goodness me, there's a lot of orcs.
There's a lot of orcs there.
Yeah.
That guy's not even facing the right.
He's not fighting right there. He's like, boys, let's go.
He's like, which direction are the orcs in? And there's your warlord, there's the steam tank, and a day earlier, winches and ropes and things help winch up the stuff to the top of the rock piles on this side, and Stylus has a rock pile as well, which over here.
There were no winches involved, they just made goblins stand on each other until it got high enough they could just push their bolt throwers up there.
Yeah, no goblins were harmed in the making of this crow's nest up here, right?
No goblins we cared about.
No, we don't care if any die. One more thing I should really mention. What mission are we playing again?
Pitched battle.
Pitched battle. We're just trying to kill each other. It's over 3,000 points of chaos, and the Orcs and Goblins can behave in all sorts of random ways. Right, Stylus has got +1 to the dice roll. The blue dice has got +1 because you deployed first. And it didn't help you. So the Empire of Man stride across this field of war first. The Pistoliers moving up quite far because they had a vanguard move, as well as their normal move, and some of their Pistoliers. Pistols will be in range. And then down here, the Flagellants, a spell was cast. They currently have a ward save. We're on to the shooting phase now. Spells are out of range for a magic attack, but a mortar, I'm going to lob a shell over here onto the spear throwers.
Bolt throwers.
Bolt throwers. I nearly get it right. Let's see if you can hit.
Okay.
Yes.
Here we go then.
Yes.
Oh, scatters 2 inches forward.
No, that's the direct hit side.
Oh, direct hit. So it's a direct hit. It's a direct hit forward.
That's a good start, guys. Directly under the target, strength 6 versus toughness 5 of the bolt thrower, wounding on a 3. That's definitely a wound.
So if 3 wounds to tooth, can you blow it up in one go?
D3 wounds.
1 shot. Do not miss your
Oh!
chance.
Kill 2 of the crew.
Need a 6 to injure the other bolt thrower.
It's only a strength 2 on this.
Yes.
So, no.
So the bolt throwers survive for now. Now we're onto the steam tank, lobbing a shell into the Black Orcs.
Yeah, so we're going to do our rangefinder there.
Okay.
And then we're going to...
Can I just mention that Monkey has actually measured his arms, so he's cheating already. He knows the range of his firing. So
What?
he's gauged it.
Gauged it. So
Yeah.
I'm going to roll the old artillery dice.
Hope it's not a misfire.
Right.
Hope it's not a misfire. And it's not.
Really, that's perfect. Right on your general's head.
Yeah, you're right on not only my most expensive crowd, but the one who's holding the whole army together.
Yeah. Let's see if he bounces though. This after it lands on his head, he headbutts it back into the crowd.
So this was I didn't even realise that was his general.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
So let's see how far through the ranks it goes.
Okay.
Or 4 inches through.
of my general's trusty soldiers
Yes.
is going to say, "Look out, sir," and try and
Right.
shove him aside.
Okay.
So on a roll of 2 or more,
Yes.
the general will not take the hit.
Don't roll a 1.
Oh, Winter's head. Okay.
So
So the general has been pushed out of the way, and our
Right.
soldier will take the hit. So I've got 4
It's got
guys.
4 ranks.
Yes, you've got to injure 4 guys with a cannonball plows through them.
Winning on 2s as the ball rolls through them. There's 1-1.
AP's -3.
-2.
-2, so I get 6 here to save because they're in heavy plate armour.
Okay.
Not a 1. So
No.
3 get ploughed through.
3 of them are splattered down the line. That Hellblaster volley gun there. It's a nice window, nice arc of fire, but only 24-inch range. So out of range for now. But we have the skirmishes.
Yes.
Bows and arrows.
Bows and arrows, we're going to
Also,
optimistically put them into the Black Orcs.
yes. Hitting on 5s. 4 for the sergeant. Should have got the other roll on there as well. No. Tough old orcs. 5s to wound.
5 to wound.
Yes.
Ooh, 2. Take that.
Couple of wounds
Okay,
there.
and they're AP.
AP nothing.
So I'll save on my tough armour of 4 or more.
No,
you kill 2
no.
more.
Yeah.
Whole rank.
Yeah. Then we've got another cannon. Would love to pick on the Black Orcs some more, but there's a big rock pile in the way, so it's coming down here into these other orcs. That's the rangefinder token.
Yep.
Let's roll a dice.
Here we go.
That's a misfire.
Oh no!
Did you put an engineer with that one?
I have.
You have.
thankfully. So we can
Okay.
re-roll that
Yes.
because that's what the engineer does.
Yes. Thump. It's going to land on that last orc. Does it bounce?
Does
though?
it bounce?
Yes.
It bounces 10 inches.
Off.
I'm gonna clip that one.
It'll go into the
The Doom Diver.
yeah. 2 to 1 the orc.
2 to wound the orc.
Cannonball to the
Does
face.
his magic warpaint save him? Ooh, close, but no.
And 10 cannon wounds that Doom Diver on her too as well. And
wound.
that's a wound.
How many wounds did it inflict?
It is D3 plus 1 wounds.
Okay.
Oh, so
D3 plus 1.
Yes.
Here we go.
That's 3.
blown up my Doom Diver.
So that's some great cannon fire landing in amongst the Orcs and Goblin lines already. Reducing that a rank die. Getting rid of the Doom Diver. So still got 1 more shooting attack to do. Everything else, like he's the engineer up there. He's got a sniper rifle. Long rifle. Trying to pick on the banner bearer.
So hitting on 4s because of the long range.
Yes.
And he hits.
Strength 4, toughness 5.
Wow, okay. So 5s.
Yeah. That's a 6.
Here's a 6.
Shot in the head.
Magic warpaint will save me. No, it won't.
Doesn't, no. Fortunately, the banner bearer's got more than 1 wound. Well, he's got 1 wound left. Below the cannon, the last thing that can fire that's in range are some pistoliers into the night goblins here on 5s.
On 5s.
Yes.
Multiple shots.
And that's 3 out of 4 hits.
3.
That's not bad, is it? Wounds on 3s.
Wounds on 3s.
Night goblins have no armour. 2 of them are gone. And now we have the blunderbuss. Needs a 5.
It's a grenade launching blunderbuss, I think you'll find.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
5s to
That's
hit.
good, is it?
Oh,
No. And that's the opening salvo from the Empire of Man. Obviously no charges in turn 1. No break tests at the moment for any of the Orcs and Goblins. As we go into Orcs and Goblins. Turn 1. Right, so first up, magic spells cast. You did a thing on the pistoliers. What was the thing?
I dropped their toughness by 3 and their initiative by 3. That was Itchy Nuisance.
Itchy Nuisance.
Yes.
And then other compulsory stuff done, and stuff that has to charge must charge.
Yes. Trolls pass their stupidity.
Yes.
These are not impetuous.
Yes.
We'll come to the compulsory movement in a minute. Declare
Right.
charges first. These are frenzied. They have to charge if they can charge.
Right.
They have chosen them to charge
With the itchy pants.
with the itchy pants. But
Right.
they are going to not stand there and take it like brave Imperial soldiers.
no.
No.
They're going to fire and flee. Okay, so hitting on 4s because of firing and fleeing.
Lots of hits.
So wounding on 4s because strength and toughness are the same. Oh, it's not bad.
Save to save me.
Yes.
1 warpaint saves me. 4 get shot down as they come in.
Pistoliers flee. As soon as they touch that other unit, they pop out the other side their skirmish so they can reform, but they're fleeing through a unit.
Yes.
So the demi-griffins might be panicked.
Yes. So
We roll 8 or less.
8 or less on the leadership.
And they're not panicked.
Don't panic!
It was all part of the plan. And the Savage Orcs surge forward into the gunfire and fail that charge. And here we are at the end of the movement set phase. Mangler Squigs bouncing all the way forward. The general, the Black Orc general, he knows no fear with the trolls next to him and a wyvern behind him. He's going straight up the gut. Then we have goblins, and squig riders and squigs and boar boys and oh my, lots and lots of pain on this flank. Some kind of vindictive glare happening here. There's a wizard on his own.
Goblin Shaman.
Yeah.
Right, Shaman will see the, I think it's called a big git or an odd git.
Right.
He's a big wizard.
He's a level 4
wizard. He's going to give a vindictive glare
Yeah.
to the unicorn guy.
We have wizard on wizard action.
With his skill, that goes off on a 9. Can you stop that?
Can I dispel it?
It is vindictive.
Ooh, well,
no.
it takes a strength 7 hit. His toughness is what, 4?
Yeah.
That
Boom.
goes, and it's, has he got any armour?
There's some special wizard armour on.
Yeah, he's got the armour of Tarnus.
Right,
It's
okay.
really good as far as wizards go.
Needs a
That's
6.
nice. Needs a 6.
Yeah.
Oh!
And he blocks it. That
How many
vindictive
wounds
glare.
does he have?
Not very vindictive.
It doesn't matter. He's
think
got
he's-
Could have
Half.
killed him.
Could he?
Yeah.
3 wounds.
Yeah, he could have
Right.
killed him. That would be-
Basically, all he's done, he's just across the battlefield. He's gone, ooh, and to give him a mean look.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Yeah. It was quite vindictive.
Rubbish.
Let's do the Foot of Gork.
Foot of Gork. Foot of Gork, or possibly
That's a
more.
7, that goes off for...
For an 11, and then this is an 11, adding the 4 equal. Block the foot. The foot is blocked as well.
No stinky foot today.
No psychic powers at all on this flank. What are we doing next, Dylas?
We are doing some counter artillery. We're going
Right.
to take our rock lobber and we're going to throw it at the cannon up there.
Up here.
Up there.
Okay.
Okay. Template is bang on the centre of the cannon.
Yes.
And
And that
boom!
bang
Direct hit.
on the centre of the cannon. Wounds on the 2. It's a rock from a very high orbit.
Boom! 3 up will kill it.
Yeah. D3 plus 1.
Boom! You take out my guy, take out your guy.
Cannon's gone. It also clips the engineer who's
Indeed.
up here.
So
Be strength 4 on the outside of the blast, and that wounds him as well.
that wounds him as well. It's -1 to his armour.
And so shrapnel from the cannon exploding his face wounds the engineer. This cannon's look. There's a monkey on a barrel. You put this. That's
Bananas.
bananas.
It's a powder
Yeah.
monkey.
It's gone now though. That powder monkey. Yeah. And let's face it, that's pretty good shooting for a goblin. Doom diver now.
Repurposed mortar, they've just stuffed a goblin in there.
Yes.
And the Gonzo is going to fire over at the Hellblaster volley gun.
Really?
Really, yes.
Okay. Let's see if you can hit again.
Same again, please.
Okay.
It's gone 6 in the wrong direction. However, because he's a Doom Diver, he can fly D3 back in the other direction.
Right.
So he's gone
Going
4 in that
5.
direction.
And the Doom Diver corrects his dive and lands in amongst this unit here.
Yeah, so it wasn't going his way, so we readjusted.
Yes.
So the one in the middle is definitely hit. So
Yes.
he'll be really thumped.
Yes.
So he's gone. Yeah, he's
Yes.
down -3 and something. And then
Right.
there's 3 around him that could be hit on a 4 or more.
Right.
So 2 are hit. They'll get wounded on a 3 or more because it's strength 4. And -1 to their armour. Are they carrying more than light armour?
Light armour and shield.
So we get shield saves, 2 6s
2
to
6s.
save their lives.
Come on, boys. Put your shields up.
Nope, they'll be picking goblins out their teeth.
Goblins falling from the sky can be painful. So more long range firepower. Bolt throws, throwing bolts. Where are we going?
Yeah, we'll do 2 at the same time because we're both going for that big unit of Knights of the White Wolf.
How could you possibly miss?
How can I possibly miss? Well, it's a long way, so I'm going to need 5s to hit.
Right.
How can I possibly miss? Okay, we'll do this separately because they have a through and through rule.
Right.
So the first one will get hit, and then the
Yes.
spear will go through him and get the second one.
They're really big spears.
It's a really big spear. So the toughness is what, 4?
Both shots wound on
We
2s.
still win on 2s.
Yes. -3 to the armour.
-3 to the armour,
Right.
and then
Go straight through.
straight through to the next rank. 'Cause
Right.
Also, now the strength is diminished, but they're so weak it will still win on 2s. So weak. When we win on 2s.
Well, you know,
So weak.
they're really big bolts.
So 2 bolts have shot right through and kebabbed 4 knights.
5 up saves to deflect these bolts with the shields and all the armour and all the
Rather than
things.
deflect, I imagine them that they'll just glide past them. Just
Glide past.
Change their path.
Right.
Open ranks. Ooh, that's not bad.
That's good. Just 2 get taken out. That's the bolt throwers. Down below the bolt throwers, there's some goblins down here that are having performance anxiety issues. Looking at these big bolts getting slogged across the battlefield, they're out of range of the tiny bows.
They got a little plan. See this little group here? They got a little pot of poison and they're busy dipping all their arrows in the poison as fast as they can.
I imagine they're firing them out anyway, like trying to, like, we can fire too, and they're killing some trees and some bushes and
I don't know,
things.
some of these guys haven't got crew and they're literally holding 1 arrow in their hand, so they've been given the arrow for the battle. It's like, you get this one, and when you die, you picks it up and he uses the arrow.
Yes. That's the end of your turn 1.
That's the end of turn 1.
There's no charges and things.
That could have gone worse.
We are closer and closer to each other. Artillery doing artillery things. And so with blood spilt on either side and with the battle lines drawn, we're going on to the Emperor of Man's. Turn 2. So the Pistoles, fleeing backwards, need to be rallied. Your commander, Calgar, with his rallying cry.
Chapter master. He's
Yes.
going to say, boys, do me a favour. Turn back and go the other way.
Yes,
Leech of bait.
yes. That
No,
didn't
thank
work.
you.
oh!
They're still running, but the guy in there themselves is also shouting at them, "Whoa, Nelly!"
Yeah.
But it's leadership 6.
I think it's leadership 6, unless
6 or under.
Please just checking my rules. Leadership 7 for the veteran.
With a veteran. 7 or under. Hold.
Yes.
Hey.
And they rally.
Whew.
So in Old World, at the start of the movement phase, you do some charges over here. The Fanatics, the Inner Circle Knights, they're currently out of charge. Down in the middle, the skirmish unit of archers definitely don't want to go charging into some trolls. So the charges are going to be all the way down on this flank. So Knight Panther into Mangler Squig with Swift Stride and all the things, and they're
Take
definitely
6,
in there.
add it to your 7, roll another one for Swift Stride.
Oh, why not?
They're back here. They're yes. Now Demigriffs with Swift Stride as well, charging Mangler Squig number 2.
Number 2.
Yes. And they have Swift Stride, so you can add another D3 because you need another 2 inches.
D6,
And you're in. Here we are after the movement phase for the Empire of Man. Off camera, Stylus just said something very interesting. You've never beaten Monkey at Old World?
No.
But you're the Old World master.
But here's something else. Monkey's never lost to me at Old World either.
You just broke my brain for a little bit
Oh,
there.
sorry
You
about
said
that.
the same thing, but backwards.
Backwards. But I tell you what, Monkey is now sweating it because now he's never held such a winning streak over me.
Yeah.
And he's getting real tactical.
He was getting tactical. Like, he's moved the tank forward, so the flamer thing is now in range.
Yeah.
All these guys are holding firm. The Fanatics are kind of holding firm, waiting for a counter charge.
You know what I'm seeing?
There's-
I'm seeing a word that I've never experienced with Monkey, which is restraint.
I know.
Well,
This is
the story behind that
this
is
is
that
strange. What?
I thought the Fanatics could charge further than they actually can.
Okay.
So I
Right.
was hoping to charge this turn, but they can't. So they can't reach them.
Right.
That's that.
But we've got some charges on the right flank. We've got some guns and things. One of the cannons is gone, and let's shoot some guns. So we're going to start with the engineer who was wounded by the blast last turn on 1 wound. Trying to shoot down at the banner one more time. He put a wound on him last turn. He's going to try and hit him again and take his second head off because one of the heads is on that stake. The other head is on his shoulders. He shot the wrong head last turn.
Yay!
Winter's head.
Winter's head.
Tough old orcs though. You need a 5.
No, they are pretty tough
Wound
actually.
him. Yeah, he's got a bone head. That's not a wound.
Sadly not.
Bounces off his bone head. Below the engineer, down to the wizard, who still hasn't attached to anyone for some bizarre reason, is now in range to do some magical things. He's a lone spirit, a lone cowboy, riding a unicorn. He bows to no one. So you got Wind Blast and Summon an Elemental Spirit. You're doing Elemental Spirit first because the Wind Blast is so windy it can push him back a bit.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I thought, otherwise I'll be out of range for the one. So
Yeah, that's
all
clever.
by myself. I can
Genius. Yeah.
isn't it? So 9+. You ready?
Okay.
That's okay.
9+.
That's a 9+, plus the 4. That's
Plus the 4.
very
Try and stop you from
high.
summoning that
13. The elephant is not
The
stopped.
elephant is in the room.
So D3 plus 3 hits. That template will stay there. Let's see how many hits it does. It does 5. Strength 4 versus toughness 4 on the regular orcs.
So 4's to wound.
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot of wind.
That is massive wind.
Right, I'm out of these ones. Magic War Paint. Save me with 6s.
Yes.
None.
No.
5 dead.
That was the elemental spirit. Now we're doing the wind blast.
Now we're doing the wind blast.
Yes. So trying to cast the wind blast.
8+ for this.
Right.
Oh, it's Vindaloo time.
Okay, that's 14
Try
with
and
the
stop
thing. And that's no stop.
D3 plus 3 hits again.
Okay. That is 5 hits again.
5 hits again. He's quite good, this isn't he? And this is why he's a free spirit.
He's a free spirit.
And not attached to a unit. Come
No,
on now.
exactly.
So strength 5 hits these, so
Okay.
3's to wound.
3's to wound.
And this time he wounds it 3
3
times.
times.
Okay.
Let's see your war paint stop that. boy.
War paint.
Oh,
War Paint
2 war
takes 2,
paints.
so 1 goes.
And then it blows them back a bit.
And the units must give ground.
Round.
Must get round. So the artillery and the spells aren't doing a lot of damage. They get pushed back a couple of inches. Normally they take a panic test, but they're fine.
They're frenzied, so they don't take any panic test yet.
Yes.
They're half what they used to be.
And that elemental vortex stays there. We're on to some more long-range firepower. We have the Hell Blaster volley gun.
Yes.
Look, you made a gap and everything.
I know.
Firing straight through at the Black Orcs.
Black Orc, please. So we roll 3 artillery dice.
Yes.
And the number of shots is what we're looking for.
Is the number of shots. So this could be 30 shots.
Could be 30 shots, or it could be 3 misfires and everything goes bang.
Right.
So we'll find out how it goes. You ready?
I like it when things explode.
Yeah.
Ooh. There's one bang.
So, 1 bang,
Yes.
but my engineer says,
Yes.
boys, let's recalibrate our
Right.
barrels. Let's try that again.
Okay.
Oh!
And that is 28 shots. Monkey?
Yeah.
That's his Black Orc unit. That's like his most important unit on the whole thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh.
Oh, that's handy. 5's to hit on this one because it's long range.
Yes. 3's to wound, 6s are nasty.
6's are armor bane.
Yes. And there's a 6
One
at
six.
armor bane
One has
minus.
gone straight through.
Right, okay.
And then
These two will
3
save on
-1.
5s or more.
Okay. It takes that.
Ooh,
It could have been a lot
that could have
worse.
been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse. So only 3 got taken out, and now there's a flame shot coming out
Yes.
of the tank.
So because it partially covers, there's a chance they'll be hit on 4s.
Right. It's only 2 though, but no armor saves.
Yeah, because it's just boiling hot steam, so it's going to permeate through all the armor. So
Okay.
6s.
Yeah.
Oh,
Live out of the engine.
So the flamey thing come out of the top hatch.
Yes.
Now the cannon.
cannon fires.
Yes.
And then we'll come back to the repeater pistol.
Yes.
So
We're
we're
going
going to
for
try.
his warlord again.
Oh yeah, I think we'll try. We'll aim for there. I think. Let's
Right,
try
okay.
a direct bounce into the dirt. Is it? Okay. So this is how far it scatters from the initial point.
Right.
6 inches.
So firing through all the flames and steam, that bounces straight over and misses the target. Then the bowmen fired in at the Black Orcs as well, because they stepped back. They only managed to take out 1 casualty. Still not enough for a leadership test. So we have a bombard here, trying to land directly on the boss's head, looking for that leadership test, looking to break them. Let's see what the artillery
go.
dice say. The artillery
Oh
dice
no!
say no.
Uh-oh.
Is that going back to you?
So it misses, firing up and over and divoting the dirt down here, forming quite a pothole. So I think we need to have a house rule. Like if the tank moves forwards anywhere near that now, it'll just
Dangerous terrain.
tip over on its side or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that happened. That could have been painful. Moving down the line, the state missile troops. See all these goblin bowmen over here. And 6 of them are firing in. So that's a long range though. Going to need 5s to hit.
5's to hit, but the marksman hits on 1 less. So
Probably doesn't count. There's a hit.
1, and he hits on a 4.
Yes.
What a marksman!
There's 2 hits. They are goblins.
They are goblins.
And that just takes down one of the goblin bowmen. And that's the shooting phase done. They didn't take enough casualties there. Immune to psychology. That's so no break tests
It's pretty
yet
lackluster.
for the orcs and the goblins. We've got some fighting though.
Yeah.
Some charging up this flank. We're starting all the way down here. Here's the chapter master. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
He hits all the
He
time.
hits all the time.
Wounding on 3s.
Wounded on 3s. 2 wounds.
AP -2, that goes straight through. Putting that Mangler Squig down to 2 wounds remaining. 2 more to go. The remaining Empire Knights, including the Sergeant equivalent, 4s to hit with them.
4's to hit.
1
Uh-oh.
hit.
That's rough.
Needs a 4 to wound. With
4
that
to
one
wound.
hit. That-
No.
That's
Yeah.
all.
You
Okay.
need your
What-
horses
the
to save you.
horses, yeah.
Come on, horses.
The last couple of wounds, or we're in
Horses.
trouble here.
4's to hit. Come on, little horses.
1 hit with the hoof.
No,
Okay,
none. It's 4's to hit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Forced
none.
it, yeah,
Oh.
they're the miss.
No, my
Well
horses.
done then.
Mangler Squig gets the mangle now.
Mangle. Okay.
What are we doing, Stylus?
We're going to see how many attacks he has.
Right,
It's
okay.
D6 attacks, so
Okay.
maybe it'll be a good one. Maybe it'll be a damp squib. It was not bad.
It's not
Not
a
bad,
damp
not
squig.
bad.
I like what you
A
did
damp
there.
squig,
A damp
is
squig, yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Weapon skill 4.
Yeah.
On 4s.
Yeah. And you hit.
That's
You
pretty
miss.
bad.
You miss.
Oh,
You miss.
I'll get 1 stomp attack at the end. Automatically
Okay.
hits. That wound.
So misses all round. Squig jumps on at the end. 2 up save for the heavy armour.
Yeah. Armour, Bardin, shields.
Yes. And fine. We're fine. Leadership test. You lost combat.
Oh, no way!
Insanely brave.
No way!
The Mangler Squig holds the line. Then we remember it's D3 stomp attacks. With the 2 up save, you're good. So this Mangler Squig, hold firm. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens to the other Mangler Squig getting charged by the Demigriffs.
Okay.
4 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Yep, so 1 each for the guys, plus the, Perceptor gets 2 attacks, so it's on
Yes.
4s.
Yes. Hit
2
twice this
hits.
time. 3's to wound.
To wound.
Yes.
Oh, 2
2
wounds.
wounds.
Okay, go straight through. She's down 2 wounds.
Now, Demigriffs, obviously a bit angrier than horses. 3 attacks each. So 9 more attacks.
It's always the mounts do more work than the men on the top.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay.
Just the guys on top just steer the death machines, I think. So
Right.
looking for 4s.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's bad again. Only 2 hits. 4s to wound at -2 with wicked claws. If you get both 4s,
yep.
dead Mangler Squig.
Ooh,
Not
1
dead
wound again.
Mangler Squig.
Mangler Squig strikes back with D6 attacks.
Yeah.
Oh.
6 maximum effort. Some good head right there.
Right, now I need 4s to hit.
Yes. And you hit
all right.
twice.
Strength 6, toughness 4.
Yes. Both wound.
Both wound, and it's -2.
-2. So 4 up saves on these guys.
Right. Fail one of them.
Yes.
So one of them, okay. And we're all done, so I will do some stomp attacks. These are
Stompy,
D3 stomp
D3
attacks.
for
Only
one.
one at my strength, which is not. So you have won again.
Yeah.
So do I run this time?
Okay.
Brave. He's not brave, he's going to run.
So Magnus Squig flees, its random movement, ended up touching this unit, so it pops out the other side,
Yep.
which you can pursue.
Yeah, let's pursue, is it?
Okay.
Let's pursue. How far do we go?
So that means the Demigryphs pursue and engage those savage orcs there. They're frenzied, so they're still standing firm, and that
Indeed.
fight will continue next turn. Counts as charging though, and that is the end of turn 2 for the Empire of Man. There's some fanatics buried in that squad, isn't there?
There are, yes.
There's some fanatics
There are some fanatics.
with their little stilettos and things.
No, with their big balls and chains.
Oh, those guys.
These guys have the balls, these guys have the stilettos.
Right, okay. They've got some big balls.
Big balls.
Absolutely
Big
horrifying.
swingy balls.
Okay, so we're going to see them swinging their big swingy balls
We hope so.
as we go into Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2. So regrouping the Mangler Squig.
He uses rallying cry. Need
Right,
a pretty low roll.
A 4.
5 is not enough.
right,
So then he will use his own ability.
right.
4. Also not enough. So he's going
Okay.
to keep on going.
3d6?
3d6, I think he'll be
3d6 bouncing off the battle grid. He's...
What?
So there's a
He's
6.
still on, he's still on.
He's not gone that far.
No.
He's seen those savage orcs in front of him and he's got like, whoa, Nelly. We want to see how this fight plays out. So we're in the movement phase. A few things are happening. We are unleashing the fanatics and the elemental spell went here,
Indeed,
clipping
yes.
both units. And then over here, charging a steam tank is a horrible idea. We know what happened last time, but you have a plan.
I have a plan.
A plan so cunning you could put tail on it and call it a fox. What's the plan, Stylus?
Plan is get in the steam tank, get out the spanners and screw the wheels. It falls apart. I think this warboss is capable of taking it out.
Right.
He could do what the Chaos General on the Dragon couldn't, and take out a steam tank.
Also, of course, it stops you getting shot at.
Yeah, I'm getting shot at a lot, and I don't like it. So
Right.
I'd rather fight something I can't kill than stand there and get shot.
What about the power of the Wa?
Power of the Wa, it will allow me to reroll natural hits, natural rolls of 1. So,
Okay.
So I'll do that. He's got to pass his own leadership.
You'd go, wow.
He's been very inspiring. He's done that.
Right.
And he will do it because he may not get a chance to do it again. So my battle standard bow will also Wa.
Okay.
And they're
That's
also
Snake
wiring.
Eyes.
Yeah,
So
that's
there's
good.
a Wa erupting amongst the Orcs lines.
Yes.
And we said we needed a 4 to hit the tank.
Hit the tank.
2 dice. But there's the
We
6.
are wiring in.
And then there you go.
Kaplunk.
We'll see if you're locked there forever
Indeed.
or whether you manage to take it down. And we're going to do some more charging.
Do some more charging. The trolls are going to charge these guys over
The
here.
bowmen here, yeah, they
Bowmen.
passed their stupid test.
That's not good.
That's not a charge. No,
Like
that's
a standard
Snake Eyes.
They're gonna.
They're going to just stomp forward a bit.
Can I do the stand and shoot as well?
Yeah, you can react to it.
So the bowmen react, and they're trolls. They're really tough with regeneration. The bows just stick in their flesh and don't wound them. No more charging. A bit more movement though. Vernon on his wyvern hops round this way, looking at the horsemen over here. Down the other flank, we had some compulsory movement with the space hoppers and the squigs back here, and the over here, Tigger and his unit of boarmen. They're staying back. They're staying back for now. There's a lot of threat on this side of the battle grid, but all the action is on the other side. However, up here we have got a couple of bolt throwers. We are moving on to the shooting phase. Shooting at the Knights of the White Wolf.
Hitting on 5s.
Skewer time.
Well, they're close actually. Pretty close. They've moved up, haven't they? Hit on
Yeah.
4s. They're in my range now.
And one of them hits.
hits.
Yeah.
It will wound on a 2. It goes through, and the one behind him does not wound. So only 1.
Ein 5 up save.
Okay.
You good?
Less impressive.
Yeah, less impressive this time, yeah. Finally, the Goblin Bowmen with the poison shots with their spider banner. The front rank can fire. They can fire their 1 arrow.
And the second rank. So what's happened is,
Yes.
because they haven't moved, they can do what's called volley fire,
Oh, yes.
which is front rank can fire and half of every subsequent rank can fire, but the back 2 ranks are out of range.
Yes.
So 10 in the front rank and 5 in the second rank will shoot them with their poisoned arrows.
Okay.
So it's long range.
Shoot that poison arrow through
It's gonna
my
hit.
heart.
Hit on 5s, but 6s will automatically wound.
Okay.
1 automatic wound. And 2 hits. Toughness 3.
Yes.
1 wound. 2 to save with your full armour.
might be poisoned arrows, but this is full plate armor.
Yeah.
So it's 2 up saves with shields and everything, and they're fine.
Yeah.
They batter those
Good
arrows
work, lads.
aside. 1 minute. There was some compulsory movement and some spells and things to
We
do
got all
down here.
distracted by the shooting. We haven't actually
Yeah.
finished the stuff over here. So
Yeah.
this magical vortex has clipped a demigriff and a savage orc. So we need to do a test for that wounding.
Okay.
D3
D3 plus
on the
3.
demigriffs.
Strength
5.
4 hits on the
Toughness is
demigriff. Wounds twice. 3 up saves.
3 up
against
saves.
that. Yes. And you're
Very
good.
Good.
And then D3 plus 3 strength 4 hits.
Back on the
orc.
orcs, is it? My turn now, is it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maximum effort again. This is 6 hits. This will wound on 4s. AP minus 1. Look at all that witness head. And
Kills 4.
wow.
Wow.
The guy on the unicorn knows what he's doing. He's killed like 6 or 7. He's killed many with his spell.
Yeah, and he knew that gust of wind would only affect those boys in loincloths, not the guys in heavy plate armor.
Yeah.
You see that big stabber?
Yeah.
We enjoy that because you'll never get to see it used.
The big stabber.
It's used on charging, so yeah.
Oh, you didn't charge though?
You didn't charge, you charged me, yeah, so she's hanging around with
She
a
used
big
a
stick.
big useless stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll try and dispel it from this wizard who's going to roll its
The
casting
elemental
ability.
thing.
So that's gone.
Right.
Get it out of here.
Poof,
Right.
elemental spirit
There we
dispelled.
go. Then
Okay.
he will try and cast Itchy Nuisance on those guys.
Itchy nuisance.
Itchy Nuisance, that's pretty. That's 14.
Yeah, level 4 wizard. 14.
Level 4 wizard. Select try and dispel it.
Yeah. That is
a 14.
that's a 14
So
as
that's-
well.
That's dispelled it.
No itching, thank you.
Here we go, being cast.
Didn't work.
Didn't work, okay.
Okay, I'm going to try and shoot some shoots.
Shoot some shoots.
I'll try and get the wizard with a vindictive glare because I'm feeling pretty
Ooh,
vindictive.
you can
Alright,
do
okay.
Yeah,
evil
actually, we
eyes.
need to do these as compulsory movements first.
We do the
Let's do the fanatics.
Calm down, everyone
Fanatics.
calm down. Everyone calm
There's a
down.
lot going on right
So
here.
they get pushed. They end up wandering around all over the battle grid until they die, right?
Well,
But
what
the
happen-
first shove, you can point them in a direction and shove them straight through those demigriffs.
Exactly, because that's the they've been hiding in the unit. The guys have been sitting on them. And
Yeah.
kind of, they feed them all the mushrooms and shove them out, and that shove is me picking the direction.
Yes.
And then if they're alive at the end of the turn, they go anywhere because they're picking the direction.
Yes.
So we'll do one. We'll go that way first.
Yes.
So he's going to move 2d6
1 minute, you're going straight through there.
straight through the
So if you go
deck.
really high, you're going to hit your trolls.
Always a possibility.
Okay. Go.
It's a
7.
Ooh, I think he stopped us short.
I think he's
He's exactly what he's doing.
Oh, no!
He's landed here.
all the way through,
Power. So
swinging his balls around.
we will suffer. Is it now?
We'll do push the other one
Push
as
the other
well.
one.
Push the other one. The other one gets pushed 5.
So he'll clip it and come out the other side.
Yes. Ball
there.
swinging time.
Now, I can't really do the other one because if they touch each other, they also die. So he's going to have to go in this direction.
So this one's coming this way.
Yeah, he's forging his own path.
See how far he goes.
Oh no!
That's
No!
12.
No!
And this one's happily swinging his ball straight through those unit of knights as well. The fanatics are being very fanatical right now.
Yeah. So any unit touched suffers D6 strength 5 hits at minus 3 AP.
Whoa.
So do 2 for these. So 2d6.
Yes. Is
9.
9 hits.
9 hits.
hits.
Oh,
At strength
steady going.
bajillion. -3.
Everyone just calm down.
Strength 5. Winning on 3s.
Okay, everyone just
that
calm
was
down.
that was
That's
8.
I think it's
-3. Okay, 8 5 up saves from that.
5 up save.
Yeah.
Oh! Wait a minute.
Well, you made 4.
Oh, I made 4.
Yeah. So 4 goes. 1 was injured. It only
One's
killed.
dead and one wound left.
One left.
Yeah.
Okay,
Could
we'll
have
take
been
that.
a lot
We'll take that.
That could have been much worse.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah. Takes down 1, injures 1. Now the one that made it all the way over here swings 6 times.
Maximum effort again.
Yes.
No effort. Wounding. Oh, they're only 3 toughness 3, aren't they?
Yes.
And it all wins. All the that's good.
5.
6 saves for these guys.
a
To
lot,
make
isn't it?
5s again. Can you roll lots of 5s again? No.
Ooh, there's 2.
Right.
All of them are dead.
Absolute buckets of murder being unleashed by those fanatics here.
Oh, yeah. They've
And,
done well.
right, we've calmed down. We're back to shooting. We're doing the vindictive glare one more time.
Vindictive glare on
Yes.
the wizard because he still hasn't joined a unit because he's a free spirit that forges his own path.
Right.
That's a 6, which makes it a 10. But I will use my staff of something, my special kaboom, the boom.
The boom
I
staff.
can reroll it once per turn.
Right.
It's even worse. That's failed.
Good work. Good work.
Stuff a foot of gork on him.
Okay.
That gives off for a 14.
Okay. So let's see if I can dispel it.
You need a 14. I don't know.
No.
Foot
Okay.
of cork
Here comes the foot of gork.
will land on his head. So you're putting it here. Hits the unit and 5 of the dudes.
Yes. It also hits the wizard, who is a separate unit.
Yeah. So, well, 1 unit and the wizard unit.
Yes.
Yes.
So each unit
Yes.
says D3 strength 5 hits.
So D3 on the wizard.
Wizard first, D3.
For 3.
D3 plus 3.
It's for 6.
6.
2's the wound.
Yes.
Coming down from very high. And that is 6
minus 1 AP.
wounds.
So that takes his
on the wizard.
light armor away.
So he's got his barding save.
Barding save.
So his warding save. Sorry.
So 5 up, is it?
5 up.
Okay, 5 up.
He's squished.
How many wounds do you have?
He has
He doesn't have 4, does
3
he?
wounds.
Foot of Gork has squashed him.
Then D3 plus 3 on the pistoliers. And this
only
time's 4. Right, okay. And
3 hits and minus 1.
got heavy armour. 3 6s to
3
save.
6s save.
Any warding saves or
No,
anything?
nothing for these guys.
Squishes 3 of them as well. Okay then.
And this is cleaned up over here. You take it from the front. Take it from the front.
So yeah, some bows came in from the wolf riders and missed. Now the pistoles.
For these?
They need to make
They're
the
in
panic
combat.
test. Yeah,
They're not.
yes.
Yep.
They're fine. They're not fine. They're fine. No.
8 is not
8
enough.
8
with
is not enough.
right. So death and carnage has happened on this flank. The foot of Gork stays in play.
Yep.
They fell back in good order. They're not routed, but they're backed off, having lost a bunch of their number. The wizard's gone, and there's fanatics on the loose. And yeah, this is big gap has opened up over here, and we're still in the shooting phase.
Indeed.
There's still some rocks to lob and some doom divers to come diving in.
Let's kick off. Doom Diver directly on the Hellblaster.
On the okay, back artillery on artillery fire.
That's a misfire, which is
Oh.
not good.
Fire table
What happens?
6.
Okay, that's okay. They've had a twang, a rather nasty mishap, but it will fail to shoot this turn, but it'll be fine next turn.
Okay,
Just have to unclog the goblin from the barrel.
right. Same again for the rock lobber.
Okay, it's gone 10 inches. Looks like it's on my unit now.
Yeah, that's going a long way. I think the rock hit the doom diver
In midair.
in midair. They're both shots miss. So we're on to the fight phase. Your Black Orc war boss, he's passed his terror test. What's his name again?
Grushnog Iron Spitter.
Okay.
Look at the size of that thing. If that can't chop through a steam tank.
Right. And you called the wire and everything.
I called the WAN everything.
This is going to be fine.
It's putting all the beans on the table. So
Okay.
he has 4 attacks.
Yes.
His weapon skill 7, so he should hit on probably
Weapon skill 3 for me.
2, isn't it? So it's nothing massive.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Well, there's a couple of 2s.
Let's hope.
He has hit all the times. It's toughness 7 though.
With his Ogre Blade,
Right.
he's strength 7.
Okay.
So I'll need 4s.
Right. 2 come through. You need 5 up saves.
5 saves, no 3 up armour.
Yes. Make one fail one.
Equal fair one.
Okay, so it's multiple wounds, so it does 3 wounds.
Wow.
Wow, okay, so it peels off a good
How
portion
many
of the
wounds does he
attack.
have?
10.
Just 10.
Because 10 wounds.
Okay, get comfy. The rest of the boys will charge in.
Yes,
That's pretty good.
they're hitting on
They
3s.
have 3s, and they have choppers, so they can reroll natural wounds of 1.
Okay,
Like
there's a
that
1.
there. Oh,
2 4-ups coming up.
2 4 up saves.
Yes. And take another wound off.
Another wound.
The tank goes down to 6 wounds remaining. And it's going to take a couple of turns to hack through, but at least your war boss is safe. For now, the tank can rev its engines
Yes.
and try and fight back again. Plus you've got the guy, the engineer on top.
He's got a stick.
He's got a stick.
Yeah.
He can lean over with his stick and hit them. Engineer commander.
Okay.
He's a 5.
I thought we could do this off camera, but is it big
Well,
deal?
I
isn't
want
it?
to see if the camera.
Come on!
Yeah, he's a G.
With the stick.
No.
That was a waste of time, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Sorry.
This is a stomp attack for grinding into your wheels.
Yes.
Yes. Grinding wheels of the tank. D3 plus 1.
D3 plus
stumpies
1.
is maximum effort.
Oh,
There's a lot of that
4.
happening right now. They auto hit.
We'll explain that now.
2's to wound.
That's lots.
Armor Bane?
3 go through armor automatically, and then they save. Okay, so 3 died in the end with
3
the
died.
grinding wheels.
Yeah. Not
okay.
bad, is it?
Demigriff riders now hitting on 3s.
Hit on
against the
3s.
savage orcs, and they hit once.
Uh-oh.
But you count as charging.
Yeah, so strength plus 2.
That's a
That's the
wound.
wound.
Magic War Paint?
Not so
Yeah,
magic.
Not so magic.
Stabs one in the face, and then we have the mounts themselves.
Yes.
With 3 attacks each.
The start of the show.
Yes.
Come on, boys.
Nasty beasts they're strapped to. 5 of them hit. These wound on 3s.
Win on 3s, bit of strength 5. Oh,
And only
boys, come
1
on.
wound.
Magic War Paint? No, get another one.
Okay, so just 2 wounds caused.
Just 2 wounds caused.
And then the savage orcs get to fight back again.
Yay!
4s to hit.
That's not too bad.
Not bad.
I called the WA, so those 3 can be re-rolled.
Okay. And it actually worked.
Once.
Right, 5s to win then, right?
5s to wound.
They are tough on those things.
2 come through, no AP.
Okay.
2 up saves. Ooh, that was close.
There's a boss.
There's a boss. His weapon skill is 5, so he's just going to hit on 3s.
Sweet.
Yeah. And
And he can reroll because he did a war.
Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, that's very good.
What weapon did you give him?
I gave him his wits and his intuition and a very expensive banner, so I couldn't afford a weapon.
Right,
So he's just whacking away
with the banner.
with his strength of 4, though, so he's going to wound on 4s.
Okay.
1.
One wound.
1 wound.
Swings with his banner, causes a wound, and that's a 2-up save. And he's fine.
And he's fine.
So you've got to make a break test.
I lose by 1, so I'm going to make a 7 on
with
a
the
break
wire and
test,
things.
which I pass. But I am no longer frenzied, so I don't get extra attacks, and I am now vulnerable to their fear and stuff.
Fear
Okay.
and stuff.
Fear and stuff.
But not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. And we still have another combat ongoing.
Oh, yes.
All the way out here. The Empire Knights and a Mangler Squig. Starting off with the Chapter Master, hitting on 3s.
Hit on 3s.
Yes. He hits all the times.
Hits all the times.
And he's got the Sword of Might, which he should have used last time, but he
should've.
suddenly found it in his pocket.
I know, so he doesn't
Within
do
his
no
magic
force.
pouch.
Strength +1.
Yes.
So he is strength 5 now.
Yeah.
So it'll be wounding on force.
4s.
Yes. And
One.
It one
One.
wound.
-1.
-1, so I save on a 6.
That's not a 6.
2 knights. Hitting on 4s.
Yes, 2 hits. He did 6 to wound though. He didn't charge it.
I know, it's the thing, see?
Can't use those lances.
Oh,
no
nothing.
wounds, Okay.
GGs.
The GGs,
GGs.
the horses themselves.
3 attacks.
Yes. Kicking out.
Hitting on 4s. Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Oh, what about the horse that the Chapter Master's on?
I rolled.
Oh, that was in that.
Yeah, it's all at
Okay.
the same time.
So the Mangler Squig's still alive. At the same time, D6 attacks back again.
Has he got any chomp left in him?
He's
Oh,
got
got a bit of
6
chomp left in him.
chomp action going on here. So we're in base with the Chapter Master.
Yeah, so I can choose where they go.
Right. So what we're doing?
We're going to go 3 and 3. So 3 against the regular knights and 3 against the chapter master.
Okay.
So these are the regular knights. They'll hit on 4s.
Okay. And that
That's
is
only
one
so the unit
hit.
will survive.
Okay.
A wounding on not that.
that. No.
The unit will live. Can I eat the chapter master though?
Nom nom
Nom
nom.
nom nom. No.
No.
No. he's
No
just
hits
hanging
at all.
there. No hits
Okay.
at all.
There's the D3 stompy attacks.
D3 stompy attacks. I'm going to need at least one of these.
Well, that's 3 stompy
3
attacks.
stompy attacks on my own strength. So that's 3 go through.
2-up saves against this. Stompy stomp stomp.
One dies.
Do a wound, and that combat then is a draw.
No. Oh, because you've lost the banner bearer.
Yes.
Because you're keeping the preceptor and the chapter master alive.
Yes.
That is a draw.
Okay. Who'd have thunk it?
Who would have think it?
That's ongoing. So that's the end of turn 2. A lot of Warhammer happened that turn, with wizards dying, with foots crashing down from the skies, and missiles and doom divers and rocks hitting each other in mid-air. Over here, the orcs that lost the combat have given ground, so the demigriffs have chosen not to pursue, because we're about to go on to Emperor Man's turn 3, and they can go charging in. In turn 3, the Black Orcs charging a steam tank. Seems like a good idea, really. Keeps them safe from all the guns, but the Warlord for the Empire of Man's army is stood right here, and on the right flank, not a lot of casualties so far. This is the quiet end of the battle grid, but will it stay quiet as we go into Empire of Man's turn 3? So we've got compulsory stuff, then some charges, then some more compulsory stuff. The Foot of Gork is smashing down on this rock pile. Really doesn't like the rock piles. And the Fanatics couldn't fail their charge into the Squig Hoppers.
Flagellant.
Flagellants,
Fanatics over there.
Fanatics on the other side. And now your Inner Circle Knights. I want to charge the Goblins.
We're going to charge the bowmen. It's a bit of a long charge, but
Yes.
we're going to give it a go.
Okay,
So 2d6 pick the highest.
yes.
So that's 4. So plus 7 is currently on 11.
11.
Got the swift stride in there. Need to get 5 on this.
Okay, a 5 will make it.
Ooh.
A
They
5
still
won't
get
make
to
it.
stand and shoot you when you come into range. So
Yes.
you move forward. Would you have 4? So you move forward 4 because that's your charge distance.
So the Goblins have been waiting in the ruins of Osgiliath with their bows, and they fire.
The stand and shoot was -1 to 5s, but 6s will be poisoned.
Yes.
We'll miss behind the world ahead. No poison, and 1 gets hit.
Brilliant.
Got a wound. Doesn't wound, so
Okay. That's a big
rubbish.
whiff. So moving down the line, the veteran state troops couldn't fail the charge.
No, could not.
We've done some moving to maximise all the threats there. They're in to the Black Orcs. And you don't want to put the state troopers into trolls.
No.
That would be madness.
Yeah, that'd be silly.
Recharging with the demigriffs over there.
Yes.
That's it for all the charges. So then before you do some moves, then we do compulsory moves, and there's some fanatics swinging around all over the place. Let's see where this one gets up to. He stays there.
I guess he gives him the little arrow.
Little arrow.
That way.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Keep swinging his ball that way.
When did he just die? When does he die? Does he die?
He dies when he hits another fanatic. He dies when he hits a piece of rock that he can't travel through.
Yeah.
Or he dies when he rolls a double.
Okay. He dies when you like charge him with your horses. That'll be fine, wouldn't
No
it?
thanks.
No. Okay.
No, thank you.
Fanatic number 2.
Okay, this should be interesting because there's as much my stuff as there is yours around here.
Come on,
yes.
trolls.
It's coming back this way.
No, that is a double. He says,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. He hits himself in the head with his own ball.
Fanatic number 3.
Yes. And that's a
Ooh,
nine.
that's the trolls!
Come on! Yikes.
Yep. Fanatic number 3 goes swinging his ball straight through the trolls. So D6 strength 5 hits for 3
Yeah,
strength 5 hits.
It's going to wound
Toughness
on
of a troll.
4, so wounds on a 3. There is pals. And I can
And then -3.
regenerate this on a 5. So no, I take 1 for the troll.
Then we just finished off the remainder of the movement phase. The handgunners are staying there, wondering what that fanatic is up to. And the pistoles that were there, they marched. Double their move. Swung all the way around this side. Giving up this flank for now. Bowman stepping back a little bit. Your warlords jumped up and around this way.
Yes.
He could have put himself right in the middle of a troll sandwich down there, but he's keeping his powder dry for now. And then staying still in the backfield over here. So that's it for the movement. There's lots of stuff that is in range to shoot though. We've got gunners on the right and left that can shoot. We've got artillery right and left that can shoot. And then a bunch of ongoing combats and some new charges that were made as well. We also tried to dispel that with your natural dispel, and the Foot of Gork and Mork is still smashing up and down into that rock pile. And we're opening up the shooting phase with the engineer up there.
Yes.
Shooting down at the wizard for killing your wizard.
Yes. So it hits on 4s because it's long range.
Yes. Bang. Then the handgunners down here couldn't fire. They're out of line of sight and range of everything. The handgunners on this side fired the only thing they could really fire at, which was the goblin archers, taking 2 more of them out. Now we're onto the big guns that never tire, dropping a massive shell up here into a bolt thrower, if it can hit. Can't hit. And then down to the centre where a hell blaster volley gun is. It'll lighten up the trolls.
Yes.
See how many shots you have this time.
Uh-oh.
2 misfires.
And 2 shots.
So I can reroll 1 because the engineer.
Yes.
Okay.
8 shots.
So that does a thing. I think that's -1 to his ballistic skill.
Yeah, just 1 misfire means you're hitting on 6s.
Hit on 6s.
Yes.
Nothing.
No. And yeah, that's it. That's it for shooting. Okay. So let's fight. Back to the chapter master trying to get rid of this mangler squig.
Yeah, so he's
1
got
wound to get through.
higher initiative, so he's
Yes.
going to hit on 3s.
Yes. And he hits all the time.
Oh, okay.
Wound on 4s for his sword.
Yes.
No, he's not done it again.
Okay. Then
No,
everyone fights
everyone
in
hits
initiative
twice. So
3.
you go first.
I go first then, is it?
Okay, so your Preceptor's got 2 attacks.
Preceptor.
And he hits once. And
He
a
wounds.
wound. There's a wound.
And I'll save on a 5 up for my scaly skin. Knows who he is killed,
He is killed.
Backed.
but I strike at the same time for just 1.
1 attack back
Let's go for him because I got a killing blow.
on him.
Yeah.
On the chapter master.
Ooh.
Hits
Killing
the
blow is
chapter
funny to
master.
wound. So he hits.
A 6 to...
Doesn't
no,
wound.
doesn't wound.
No.
And you got a stompy attack?
Not if he's dead now.
Not if he's dead.
But,
initiative.
however,
Yes.
However.
I do fall over.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I fall over, but who chooses the direction of him falling over? When you dice off.
A
You dice off for
to
the
see-
timber.
So do I push him?
Yeah,
Okay.
without pushing why fall on you. Oh,
Reroll.
Reload
the dice.
Reload my dice.
Um,
Oh,
Yeah.
reload the dice. Reload.
Ah, don't dice
drop
again.
that dice,
Reload,
yes.
reload.
Ah, good choose.
No.
So after much pushing and shoving, the mangler squig collapses on the knight for D6 auto hits.
D6, strength 6, auto hits at -1.
Okay. For
5.
5, auto
Could this be
hits.
mutually assured destruction?
at -1.
So 5 against toughness 3 is everything.
And we figured out which models got hit by the falling over, and they're on the Preceptor.
Yeah, he's decided to push himself in front of the boss and
Get crushed.
crush
At
bravely.
-1.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Took it to the right.
Right, and then the chapter master, he's not moving because that's after the combat. He's digging himself out from underneath the mangler squig. Stood right there. Right, more fights. Demigriff fight versus Savage Orcs. You're putting the men's with charge in again into the big boss on one move.
Yes, so they're going to direct their lances direct at the boss's heart.
Okay.
While the demigriffs are going to scrabble and scram all the other boys.
Okay.
So, are you ready?
Yes.
Fours. Okay.
3's to wound on the
3's to wound.
charge. You charge this turn and there's a
One wound.
I have 1 wound left.
That's -2.
I'm gonna need my
magical war paint.
magical war paint.
Not,
Not
that
that. The banner
magical.
falls.
Now the horse birds hit on 3s.
Horsebirds.
They're horse birds.
They are.
Demigriffs. And 3's to wound.
3's to wound from the horsebirds.
They wound all the time. War paint.
2 war paint saves,
Okay.
which gives me
2 guys left to
3 guys
fight.
left alive.
Fighting back.
Back. No,
And you miss.
I missed.
Okay.
Right, they're not happy. They've lost by a fair bit.
Yes, panicking. Panic! Definitely panicking. So you're rolling to flee. And you get not...
What a slow dice that
That's a
was.
3.
That's
That's,
a 3.
that's not very far.
Can I beat 3?
The guys on horses,
Ooh, just about beat the 3.
run them down. So these demigriffs have done work. They've chased down a mangler. They've gone through a bunch of Savic or orcs, and now they're chasing down that mangler again. They're the only really fast thing left on this flank, and there's goblins next to them, and a dragon next to them, and trolls next to them, but they know no fear. Now we're going to go across the other side of the battlefield. We'll leave the middle for now. Over here, we have space hoppers versus angry madmen. So challenges happened.
Challenge happened. So my big boss, Night Goblin on the giant cave squig, issued a challenge.
Yes.
Lecter didn't feel like it, so he kicked forward the Prophet of Doom to take it in his stead.
Okay.
Walloper's one-hit wonder is a strike first, so even though he charged, I get to wallop the Prophet of Doom.
Right.
What is your weapon skill?
The control.
My weapon skill's 3.
Puny against the Night Goblin war boss. So I hit you 3 times. The one-hit wonder is strength 10.
That's a 3.
Just managed to miss one. So 2 hits coming in. At -3, it's magical attacks.
Yes, he's so they've got a ward save.
We can
But-
make,
He's feel no pain, but it's only against non-magical attacks.
oh, so he is squashed and I get a point of overkill.
Oh.
And while I'm here then, the giant cave squig may as well eat him as well. So that he gets 3 attacks.
He's dead already.
Yeah, but overkill. I get to mangle the body so much it terrifies the other ones, just to really kind of put the boot in.
Okay.
So the squig will now try and eat him. We'll just feed him to the squig.
Okay.
No, he won't.
No,
The
he
squig
won't.
misses because he's already squashed.
Right. Flagellants fighting goblins on space hoppers. Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on
For the
3s.
Second fight, yes.
And they've got hatred, so they can reroll all hits to
Nice.
all hits.
Okay. Which is
So-
good because you miss half of them.
Yeah.
Okay. You only hit 4 times. 2's to wound.
2's to wound. Rerolling 1s because the Lecter's spell went off.
Okay.
A spell is his prayers, Mike.
Prayer. There's a 1 to reroll.
Reroll that.
There you go.
And it's -2.
Next.
2 squigs are still alive. They have 2 attacks each.
Okay.
The weapon skill is 4, so they'll hit on 3s.
Okay.
2 coming in.
There's 2 hits, yeah.
Very chompy, strength 5, so they'll need 2s.
Okay.
Only 1 gets through.
Right.
Do you have any armour? You feel no
I
pain.
feel no pain.
Feel no pain. What strength there?
5.
So that's a save because it's
You're
5
good.
up, gives a 5 up save.
Okay.
Lecter as Sigmar now gets to strike on 3s.
On 3s.
Yes. Rerolling because of his Hammer of Sigmar prayer. So, yeah.
Yes,
3s.
so-
yeah.
Try again. Come on, Lecter.
Yeah,
Yay,
hits
that's better.
all the times. Nice. Strength +2 with his hammer. So 2's to wound.
2's to wound.
Yeah.
3
Squishes
wounds.
3 more.
There's 2 left to squash.
Okay. Goblin on cave troll needs to pass leadership.
Needs to get quite a good roll here.
Very low.
It's not
That's
low
not
enough.
low.
So it's even above his rig one, so he's going to break and flee.
Okay. How
wish-
far back does he go?
I bet you want to pursue because you have to.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
I'm going
You
7.
Okay. Can you
Okay.
catch him? That's a 9.
Yikes.
Chase him, boys! Chase him!
You run him down. And after the flagellants run down those squig hoppers, they end up here after reforming, right next to the goblin bowman.
So they're immune psychology. They're too busy herding the squigs. These guys will need to make a panic test. Okay, so they will fall back in good order.
Right, so that happened because they end up there. The goblin bowmen break.
They don't
They fall
break.
back.
They don't break. They just
They fall back in good order.
they back off a little bit.
They're
'cause
back,
they-
they're like, they saw that happen. They're like, whoa, that's a bit crazy. They're a bit fanatical, those guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Flagellantal.
Yeah, flagellantal. We're coming down to this massive fight in the middle. So we maximised positioning and challenges were issued again. And what's going on, Stylus?
What's going on is that my Black Orc, the linchpin of my army, with a blade that can cleave through a tank,
Yes.
is stepping up.
Yes.
And in his place is stepping up a small guy with a feather in his hat.
A veteran
A
sergeant.
veteran
It's a
sergeant.
lovely feather, though.
Because the general of the Empire don't feel like taking it on.
Okay. So your veteran sergeant
Yeah.
is going to need 6 to hit. That's a war boss.
Yeah, he might be a veteran, but he's not. He's
No.
not. He's not him, is he?
No. Well, he might be Himothy from the Himalayan mountain range. Let's find out. 6s.
Just need 2 6s.
Yes. No. Striking back on 2s.
Everything
Hit
hits.
every.
That was lucky.
It's not like it's skill. Wound him on 2s. Oh, there goes one.
Straight through the armour then.
Easy,
Straight through his light
just
armour.
a bit
Because
of
you're not
light
using
armour.
his shields, are you? You're using
No.
your halberds again.
Cleave
So
through the armour.
D3 wounds a time.
Yeah, so that.
So he died
wounds.
8 times over. That's a nice feather. That is a nice feather.
That feather was white before his blood splattered the feather.
Yeah, that was a really big chicken. Look.
You'll find the really big chicken is still standing there.
Oh,
Forced to hit.
Forced to hit with my regular men's.
Yes.
Because you're holding halberds, it'll be forced to wound.
It's not bad though, is it?
That's good.
They fancy a bit, don't they?
Yeah.
Forced to wound.
Forced to wound.
Yeah. A 6-up save and a 5-up save.
No,
Negative.
two Black Orcs get chopped down.
So 2 regular men kill 2 Black Orcs.
Indeed.
Good trade.
They're veteran men.
Veteran men's.
Got
So,
a captain in there.
captain, weapon
Yeah.
skill 5,
Yeah.
3's to hit.
He's only got 2 attacks though. He doesn't need any.
Doesn't
more.
need it.
No.
And his strength is 4.
Okay.
Wounding on 4s.
He wounds once.
1 wound.
AP.
No AP.
And make the save. So,
2 guys left who can fight back.
weapon skill 4, is it?
Yes.
Very special, so we're hitting them with 4s.
Hitting the normal dudes, not the tank.
Yep.
Hit 3 times.
Wounding them on 3s because I'm stronger than you.
Yeah, you are a black
Only
orc.
one.
That's 1 all.
No
One,
AP,
yeah.
so that's 6 to save.
6-up save, is it? You ready? Come on, boys. No, sadly.
Right. Then we did the engineer on top of the tank. Didn't manage to hit. Now we're doing the stomp attacks or the rev attacks. from the-
Grinding wheels.
Yes, on the tank.
D3 plus 1 attacks.
Okay.
Whoa.
A 4.
We'll take that.
That auto hits. Wounds on 2s though.
Yep.
Grinding under the wheels. And that is 3 wounds.
AP,
AP minus 2.
minus 2 is 6s, yeah?
Ooh.
Right, at the end of that combat, who won? We've got ranks and things.
Yeah, I've got ranks and things. And even though in the challenge, I inflicted a massive amount of wounds on him,
Yes.
the overkill, which is basically how fiercely you killed him that unnerves the rest of them, counts on the unsaved wounds. And
Okay.
Unsaved 3 wounds, then multiplied. So in fact, I've lost the combat by 2.
Have you?
But luckily, I'm super brave and I'm not going to flee.
Okay. That's a 12. I think you're fleeing.
Luckily,
Luckily,
I brought a battle standard bearer.
did you?
Yeah, he's somewhere beneath the demigryphs.
He's over there.
Yeah,
He's dead.
So
Is this your
dead.
warlord's unit?
yeah, so normally,
Right.
even if I'd failed the break test,
Yes.
as long as I didn't roll double 6, I'd be all right.
Yeah, but you rolled a double 6, Stylus.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means we're going to find out how quickly I can run.
But doesn't that mean the veteran troopers can run you down and
It means the veteran and the tank can run me down. I mean, I don't know what happens with this fanatic. We have to find out.
and slaughter the whole lot?
Yeah, so let's roll some dice.
Let's find out how far back the Black Orcs managed to.
So that was a 12. I'd like this again.
You need really high.
I need really
They
hard
need-
because
if they're
then I can
gonna run-
then I can rally, I can reform, I can get back in the fight.
Yes.
Because that was a fluke. That's
Don't
not gonna
roll
happen.
snake eyes
So as
now.
long as it's not snake eyes or anything
No.
like that, we'll be
Okay.
fine. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
You'll be,
Just calm down.
everyone calm down. It's going to be fine. Okay, that's a 6.
Can you beat a 6?
Can I beat the 6
Can
on
you
2
catch
dice?
him? That's a 5.
Well, that's dead. What about the tank?
He can chase too, yeah.
Can the tank chase as well?
Assuming it can run down, yeah.
Can it run down? Let's roll 2 dice and
Roll
find
2
out.
dice.
Unless
Come on,
we've got
tank.
Some rules.
Come on, tank.
'Cause
no,
no.
tank. No, man.
No. Okay, so a lot of Warhammer happened just there, and even more is going to happen because your orcs ran straight past,
Fanatic. Yeah.
swinging his ball and chain.
Yeah, so they get D6 now.
Yeah. So they get hit
Only 2.
twice.
Okay, they've suffered a strength 5, so wound on 3s. And it will
Okay.
cleave through their armour. So
Right.
only one.
One gets
Okay,
battered
that falls through an armour. So
on the way through.
they've had better days.
But yes. So that happened. It turns out that those veterans
Regular men.
charging in there against Black Orcs,
Yes.
they turned the tide. Your sergeant stepping forward with his lovely feather.
He sold his life dearly.
He sold his life dearly. The captain knew what he was doing. The steam tankers pushed out of close combat. That is the end of turn 3. I don't think we've got any lingering combats going on right now. Everyone's broken or fallen back or regrouping. everyone's spread out all over the place right now as we go into Orcs and Goblins, turn 3. Right, there's a couple of things that we need to do. Move the foot of Gork. And down here, there's some trolls.
There's some trolls. Now, normally they would take inspiration from their Black Orc leader.
He's running away right now.
Who's running around now, so he's not really inspiring.
No.
He's not there shouting orders.
Okay.
So they are going to have to pass on a natural 4.
Okay, 4 plus.
As we've seen, anything could happen.
4 under 4.
That's not
So
under
that's
4.
Not under 4. So
They just stomp forward.
they will just go forward their movement.
Right, they can't charge, they can't do anything. They're like, why is the boss not shouting at us? Then we did the foot of Gork. It moved 11. Everyone got really scared, and it missed everyone. It would have smashed down on top of the trolls. So maybe they're not that stupid. They sensed it coming. We've got a leadership test on Mangladoo down here. That's a leadership 4 as well. And that's a 3.
Wow.
Back in the game, boys.
Fair play.
Somehow he sees his nemesis coming down like you stabbed me earlier on. I'm coming back for you guys. All right, before you get right, rallying now.
Rallying
now.
boys. Right.
You don't control the orcs control you.
That's okay.
That's
He's
okay.
9.
He's a
fine.
war
We're
boss.
Good.
He meant to do this. So we have some reforming.
That's reforming.
Yes,
Back to the course.
but fanatic things.
The trolls, as they wandered forward in their stupidity, wandered straight into the fanatic.
Right,
I love this fanatic.
and the fanatic hits them 4 times,
Gives them more
swinging
dice.
his ball.
Putting them on 3s.
Okay.
Wow,
All
this
the wounds.
fanatic.
Right.
Can they regenerate these wounds? They can regenerate 3 of the wounds.
Wow,
very good.
So almost
Alright.
they've been hit.
Takes off a kneecap, but that's
Kneecap.
about it.
Also, that fanatic is yet to move.
Right.
Things have just been moving through it.
Do we do the moving before the charging?
We know
or
you do the
charging?
charging, then the compulsory moves.
Right. So we've got some charges. So over here, there's some wolf riders and some goblin archers.
We do. We've got some magics to do first.
There's some magics as well, and the griffins over there, the wyvern.
Yeah.
All this stuff down here as well is happening.
Things are getting a bit.
It's getting hot in here.
There's
Let's
a lot
take
going on
off
this
all
one.
our clothes.
There's nothing on that flank.
What? You've still got your clothes on, monkey.
Oh, it's just chaos. It's so funny.
Then no psychic stuff happened because you wanted to give them itchy pants, but they're not in your vision arc.
No, so I cannot make them itchy.
No itchy pants. And vindictive glare happens in the shooting phase. We're not in the shooting phase yet, so now we're going to do some charges.
Maybe some charges.
So we're coming all the way across here because you have to charge.
Yeah, they've been lying in wait, holding their pigs back, but now is their time.
Right.
They're frenzied. They must charge if they can charge. They are declaring a charge, but the white wolves aren't having it, so they are counter-charging.
Yes, we're going to counter charge.
Okay.
So who moves first then? You move first?
You go first.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's 2d6.
Pick the
It's
highest.
4, and then I get Swift Stride.
Right.
So that's a 17. So I'm in.
And I get D3 plus 1 for mine.
For
2.
So the Ball Boys and the Inner Circle Knights meet in a counter charge.
Indeed. The Flagellant stepped up to fill a gap because you should have done that last time. but
Right.
We won't penalise Monkey for that.
Okay.
The Squig Herd's going in.
Squig Herd is going in
Really can't fail.
to the Flagellants.
Which is not so
So then they flatten out. The Squig Herd make it like that. So 2 charges on this flank, which has been quiet for the whole battle.
Indeed.
Your war boss who regrouped cannot charge.
He'd like to, but he can't.
He's got to stand there hoping nothing bad happens in front of this howling griffin and the tank and the veterans who just running down and some trolls who don't know what they're doing.
Trolls also cannot charge.
Yes, okay.
This, even though it has rallied, doesn't charge. It just moves forward randomly, and if it hits something, it fights it.
So that's in the movement
It's
phase.
in the compulsory movement phase after charges.
Right.
These guys can't charge. They're not in range of anything.
Wolf Riders on this
He
side.
is going to attempt a cheeky charge.
He's going to take a cheeky charge. A wyvern.
Right, yes. Because he can fly 9 plus 6, 15 plus
Can you
6.
spin round and get the...
He's
He can't, can
He can't spin on, but he can charge this guy. He is just in range.
All the way over here?
It's a long one.
Okay.
It's a long shot, but it might just work. Will your reaction?
I'll counter charge.
Or will you counter charge? Okay.
We're counter charging again. Okay.
Okay.
But shorten the charge distance if you don't get very
So that's a
far.
4, and then plus Swift Stride.
Yes.
Makes it a 4, so that's 8 plus 9 is 15. Then you go forward how many?
But that wasn't enough to bring that charge.
It was a tall order.
To its
but
conclusion.
I would like to have fought it.
Oh, what about the Wolf Riders? Are they going to go in? They might as well. I mean, he's only a chapter master Calgar of the Ultramarines. You'll be fine.
Leicester, at least he can't counter charge.
Yeah.
So they're going to go in as well.
Yes.
For
Maybe not.
They also Swift Stride.
They do get in. They'll probably regret their decision, but they do get in. And now we can go on to the normal movement phase.
No, now we're going to the crazy movement phase.
Yes, that thing.
Starting with the Manglers, we've got 1 wound left.
D3 hoppity hop hop movement.
I think that's probably enough to go forward directly. They have no charge reaction because it wasn't a charge. It was just a Mangler Squig racing around.
It just bounces straight into them.
Yeah, he will have impact hits and all sorts of good things.
Okay.
And then we have the Fanatic. Should we do
Fanatics.
my boy here?
Fanatic over here.
Come on, we need a nice one in that direction.
Nice way. Okay.
You do not hit trees.
Swing your ball.
No.
11 inches.
Straight into the rock.
And then he's gone. If he
And then
hits
he's
a
gone.
rock.
Rest easy.
Yes. You can't smash through a rock, even though he tries to. The rock wins.
Now, this could be fun.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Fanatic number 3, the last one standing.
Oh,
Is
back
back. I
inches.
think he might actually miss everyone.
Yeah.
Look at that for skill with his ball and chain, threading the needle between all those friendly units. A well-trained Fanatic there. So then the Gobbos.
They marched forward. They had to make a test because their guys were near, but they made it because they're ever so brave.
Right. And then you've dispelled the foot of Gork or Mork.
Yeah, because it was getting a bit dicey over there.
Right.
But now we can do the shooting stuff. There's not a lot left that's not in combat to shoot.
Right.
But what there is they've marched forward, so they now come into range of the Vindictive Glare.
Vindictive Glare the Engineer.
Vindictive Glare of the Engineer. So let's.
Okay.
He's on 1 wound left, and he's don't like the way he's been sniping at us.
Right.
So into. That's a 5 plus 4
Four is
goes off on
9.
9. I wonder, do I want to risk re-rolling that? Because you can stop me.
Doing your thing.
My thing.
Yes.
Okay, that goes off on a 14. Beat that. You can do it
You
with a
can't
natural
on-
thing. Perfect dispel would do it.
You
So
need
you've got to get
boxcars.
boxcars.
Yes.
Devil Winter's Head.
Yes.
You know.
Negative.
Okay, and he suffers a strength 7 hit. With no save, that gives him just multiple wounds, no save permitted. So he takes 3 wounds and is squashed. Take that sniper. It's like calling the artillery on a sniper.
Yeah, you're gone. Now trying to cast the Foot of Gork again. You cast the Foot of Gork again.
That goes off.
Foot of Gork, possibly Mork, lands there.
This many hits. That's 5 strength 5 hits, which is going to wound these guys on 2s, I imagine. Minus 1 armor. So 4 of them get squished.
Crump kills 4 of them. The handgunners need to make a panic test.
Bigfoot.
What was that?
Bigfoot comes from the sky.
That's 12.
We don't like the Bigfoot from the sky.
Just fall back in good order. So
Fall back in good order.
They end up there.
Yeah.
So the goblins on this side are doing work, even though they can't shoot. Getting rid of the engineer, getting rid of the gunners, making them fall, and now we're throwing a rock one more time. And the sensible thing would be to put it on the veteran men at arms.
yeah, could we throw some artillery down with them, stop them from killing my unit? However,
Yes.
there's a tank right there.
Right.
Let's throw some artillery on the tank.
Big rock.
Big rock.
Big rock.
Much wow. Okay, that goes 6 inches. Is that landing back on me?
Ooh.
You pass the lookout, sir. It landed on your own unit.
Yeah, so
Smishing on your...
fours.
Right, there's one. A big rock
It
falls
does
from the
kill one
sky.
of my own guys.
Kills one. Yes. Maybe it hit the tank and ricocheted backwards.
Yes.
I mean, a rock, to kill that tank, it'd need to go right in the hole and kill the engineer, right?
Indeed.
It's bounced off the thing, right?
Definition of good tactics is doing exactly the same thing.
What?
because the Doom Diver is going to land on the tank.
That's a terrible idea. He...
Here he goes. He scatters 4 inches in the. He scatters on the general.
It's gonna...
So,
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, he's landed central template right on the general.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't think I'll adjust my wobble.
No.
No.
It's gonna land right there.
Yeah.
Strength 8 hit. Rolls a 1 to wound. Doesn't wound. It's that Doom Diver gets eaten out of the sky.
Yes.
He's flying through the sky. There's something else flying through the sky, and it's like, oh look, lunch.
A tasty snack.
Yeah.
My artillery started off so well. And,
Yeah. Couple of
2
bolt
bolt
throws.
throws. We'll shoot the general.
Shoot the general.
It's long
Okay.
range. We need 5s. Assume a large target won't make a difference. So
Well,
One
there's a
hit.
6. And
That's how you wound a griffin.
definitely a wound. So a bolt slams into the Hippogriffin as he's busy eating a Doom Diver. You need to make a 6-up save against your armour with your shield and things.
Yep.
No.
No.
But you have a 4-up ward save.
4 more save
Yeah.
because of his Armour of Destiny.
Armour of Destiny.
Armour of Destiny.
Did he see this coming?
He did.
oh,
And that is the shooting phase. And in turn 3, both for the Empire of Man and for the Orcs and Goblins, all the artillery pretty much whiffed. Everyone is running out of balls. Right, so let's go down to combat. We have Mangler Squig.
yes.
Love seeing what these guys do. Flying in.
So this time
Did
we're
I
going to do
ever
the
that?
impact hits because we haven't done that before.
Right.
So it's D6 impact hits.
Okay. For one.
One
impact hit as he lands on them from up high and...
Doesn't even wound.
Right,
That was
okay.
disappointing. But now it did go first because initiative is going to be higher.
Okay.
So it's, D6. This is where we need the big numbers.
Four
Okay.
attacks going
Four
first.
attacks.
Hitting on force. He hits
Yeah,
once.
hits once.
There's one on a wound.
Running out of
One on a wound. And Smush, that
-2.
does wound. You need a 4 to keep that one alive on one wound.
Save.
And that's not a 4.
Goes.
So we've got the Preceptor left with 2 attacks. Can he kill it before he gets stomped on?
Hitting on 4s?
Yes.
Yes.
And he misses.
No.
Right, you got the Hippogriff. He's got 3 attacks.
So 3 attacks.
Not Hippogriff. Baby
Demi
Griff.
Griff.
Baby Griff.
Dengriff. And he hits on 4s as well.
Yes. Hits twice.
Twice.
Right.
Strength is
Strength 5.
wounds on 4s.
With on 4s.
Choppy chop chop.
Ooh, 1.
There's-
-2.
-2.
Yes.
And you've killed him.
Each one.
Last wound. Which way does he fall?
Which way does he fall? Let's roll,
Roll
the
off.
dice. Roll the dice. Roll the dice.
Oh,
And-
which way would you like him to fall?
I'd like him to fall away from me, if you would, please.
Okay.
He's gone. Okay, so all the Mangler squigs are gone. They've sold themselves dearly for this, and there's that Preceptor there. It looks like he's going to be charging some rock lobbers soon. There's another a fight out on this flank. Chapter Master Valric is taking on some Wolf Riders.
Yeah, I may regret this.
Yeah, but you've got first turn. You had the initiative. You went charging in.
Yeah.
Right, they've got weapon skill of 2 though
Yes.
versus 5.
Yeah.
It's on 5s. Stabby stab. There's
Okay,
2 stabs.
stabby stabs.
They've got spears.
You got spears.
They've got
so
spears.
wound
Numbers
on
4.
2 wounds.
Right.
It's -1 to your armor.
Okay.
3 saves.
Yes. And they land
Jab it.
a blow. Have you got a ward save on the Chapter Master?
2 wounds. I've got 2 wounds on him.
Okay. He's got the white cloak. It's 5 up ward save.
5 ward saves.
Yeah, let's save that one. No,
You didn't.
no,
You didn't.
takes a
Okay.
wound, and then the wolves go.
Wolves try
Grrr.
and nibble him. So they're
Right.
weapon skill 3.
Oh, right, okay.
So they're better, aren't they?
Right,
Were they
yeah.
on 4s?
Hit 4 times. Win on 5s.
Wound on 5s.
Grrr.
One.
Arg.
Can they? No AP, so can you chomp off the last one?
2 up saves.
Yes.
No! No!
White cloak,
White
white cloak.
cloak, white
Five up ward save.
I don't get my point.
So close, so close.
We nearly had him.
Oh, so close.
Nearly had some wolf lunch, some lovely horse meat. Right, Chapter Master fights back.
Fights back.
Let's
So
see if Dande can land a blow.
3 attacks. Weapon
Yes.
skills. Weapon skill 5. So
Yeah,
2.
2s, yes. The Sword of Might wins on 2s. That was a mighty sword. You need 6s to save this. That's no 6s.
3 wolves go.
Okay.
So I lose the combat.
Yes.
Let's kick with a horse, is it?
Kicking with the horse.
Kicking with a horse.
Kicking with the horse.
Weapon skill 3, so 4s.
Right, it misses. Right, okay.
Okay.
And then leadership test. And that's very high.
Yes, do you wish to pursue?
Yes, please.
Okay. See how far the wolves run away. They run away
That's quite
11
Oh, they're wolves, they're pretty fast.
inches. And they don't get run down.
Do I get Swiss strike?
Swift strike works. So a 3+, and you'll catch him. An
it?
extra D3. Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh.
He's escaped my clutches so many times.
Okay, so Chapter Master Pedro Cantor chasing down the Wolf Riders on this side of the battlefield. That's all the fights over here. We're over here.
Now, if we wanted to be tactical,
Yes.
we would fight this one first.
Right.
In the hope if we broke them, we could then overrun into the side of that.
Yes.
They're unbreakable. So I think once again it's going to be a grind on each side. But let's start with these in case.
Squigs versus flagellants.
So my squigs went first. So
Yes.
the front rank of squigs are going to chomp down. So that's
So 16 squig attacks that hit on 3s.
16 squig attacks.
Yeah. And they win on 2s.
Wind on 2s.
Very strong, but glass cannons.
Everything.
5 up ward saves.
5 up ward saves because it's strength 5 or higher.
Yes. You converted 4 of them.
It's not bad.
You lose 6.
Yep.
That means the front rank is gone, so just the Lector can fight back. Lectora Sigmar hits on 3s.
Hits on 3s.
Yes.
So reel that one.
Yes.
All of the hits.
Wins on 2s with this weapon.
Yep.
Bang, bang, bang. The Flagellants lose that combat. They're fanatical though, so they automatically give ground. The Squigs follow up, and that fight is ongoing. Squigs versus Flagellants. Round 2 next turn. But now we're on to the Pigs versus this best of the best of the Empire Cavalry. So who gets to fight first, Stylist?
So the boars charged in first. They've all got great weapons. So my leader, my big boss, will go first.
Right.
Then all the boars and the boys will fight at the same time as their horses. And finally, if there's any guys left with the great weapons, they will fight.
Right.
So we're starting off with the big, the boss. I probably should have declared WoW, but things got heated. So we are going to hit them with the accurate axe.
Right.
Weapon skill 5 against weapon skill 4. So hitting you on 3s. I could use a bit of accuracy. So let's
Okay.
take these two and make them more accurate.
And 4 of them hit.
Slightly more accurate.
Right.
4 of them hit. It does add strength to him though, so he is strength 5. Toughness 3, so wounded on 2s. And it's -1
All
armor
wounds.
bane. So all wounds, and these two are armor bane 1.
So 2 3-up saves, then 2 4-up saves. 3-up saves, make 1. 4-up saves, make 1. And before the great weapons, the 3 horses from the Inner Circle Knights, they hit out on 4s. And one of the horses manages to land a blow and kicks a pig and hurts the pig. 5-up save against that.
Because the tough hide of the pig and the shield, and then I can get my war paint to save me.
War paint.
Does not save me. I
That
lose a
paint
die.
has been pretty useless.
Yeah.
But he gets to fight at the same time.
He does, yes, everyone gets to fight back.
You got a lot of dice.
These old boys, they had a furious charge, they get
Right.
extra attacks. They're frenzied, so they get extra attacks.
Okay.
And they have spears, so they're stronger, and they're armor bane, all sorts of good things.
Okay.
So here we go.
4s.
Okay.
3s to wound. Many wounds.
5 4-up saves. Ooh, wow, that's real bad.
Now we've got some piggies.
Here come the piggies.
Boink, boink.
Hitting, there's a 3 hitting on 4s there.
Yes.
That was
1 extra hit. Bit of a tusk damage there.
bit of tusk damage, and because they have a tusker charge, it makes them stronger. So
1 hit. Wasn't that 1 hit?
only 3, sorry.
Yes.
quite right. Sorry.
cheater,
Oh, look at that.
cheater.
You caught me. You caught me. That did wound, and
There's
it's -1 AP because of the tusker.
another 4.
4-up save.
Ouch. That means the entire front rank of those knights all wiped out.
And some more as well.
And some more. So you can't fight back.
Nope.
But the character can,
Can he?
because I wasn't targeting him. So he's left.
Oh yeah, the character.
Okay.
Okay, so the character.
Well, this is good news, isn't it?
Yeah,
This
he's
is
got one guy
unexpected
that can
news.
swing.
He's got 2 attacks.
Right. And he misses. Brilliant. So then he's stubborn. So he falls back in good order. The charge gets followed up. And that fight is ongoing. And that was painful for the Empire of Man. So at the end of turn 3, great carnage, glorious death has been dished out on every single time. And the Warlord, the Empire of Man, has yet to get into combat. But here's the Warlord for the Orcs and Goblins, just stood there in front of all that reckless hate. The flanks are looking strong now for the Orcs and the Goblins, except for this fella over here, which cannot be stopped. The Preceptor on his Hippogriff. Not Hippogriff.
Demigriff.
That's the guy. Troll still stumping forward. It was still, yeah, there's still some artillery back there. And of course, Chapter Master Calgar chasing down some wolf riders in the back corner as we go into the Empire's turn 4. So first up, remember the foot of Gork, possibly Mork. It moved a little bit over here, not smashing into anyone. You're doing a new prayer over here with the Preceptor.
Yeah, we go for the Electro Sigmar is going to
Electro
cast
Sigmar.
Soulfire.
Okay,
If this goes off,
yes.
then we can get some flaming hits immediately as his aura lights up and sets the screens ablaze. So, under his leadership.
That's under his
Under his
leadership.
leadership. And it's D6 hits
Yes.
for 4 hits.
Okay, the squigs are on fire.
Yes.
And this is strength 3 hits. So what's the toughness of a squig?
Or 3.
Okay, so 4s.
2 hits.
2 wounds at -2.
Let's take a goblin and a squig.
Goblin and squig get burnt to a crisp. So we start off the movement phase by charging. The veterans couldn't fail the charge into the Black Orcs. Your Warlord on this massive winged beast wants to charge in as well.
He's going to try and wheel in that way.
Oh.
And swift stride.
Then D3 for Swift Stride. It turns out that the general on the Imperial Griffin has failed that charge. It's turn 4. He hasn't made it into combat yet. Then we did some more charges. Couldn't fail the charge over here with the last of the Griffs into that rock lobber. Down in this corner, the Chapter Master chased the Wolf Riders off the table. And I think that's it for the charges. They're gone. The Wolf Riders are gone. They shouldn't have come this way. Down in the middle, though, you're not charging over here.
Not charging trolls.
Into
with
trolls
regular
and
men.
things.
No thanks.
So we're on to general movement. Standard movement now, and there's a few units that you can still move. Compulsory movement, we have a Fanatic.
Fanatics on the loose.
Come on, crazy boy.
What's
Come on.
left in him? He
He's
goes 9 that way.
That looks like.
that's straight towards your dude. That's just a couple of millimeters away from hitting that wyvern up the bum. That was a close shave. Then we finished off the movement phase. We've got some gunners looking at some goblins. We've got the pistoliers swinging around behind the man-at-arms to get some shots into the trolls. There's also the bowmen here, which we did remember to shoot last turn, into the trolls. They didn't do anything. Trying to catch the trolls in a crossfire. The tank reformed. It's looking at the trolls as well. And some more handgunners down here. Because they moved, they're going to need 6s to hit these bolt throwers, but there's 1-on-1 wound. So lining up the shots where you can. Ongoing combats all across the battle grid. Let's shoot. So archers into trolls, hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s, short range. That doesn't count.
Yeah. That is 3 hits.
Wounding on 5s.
And 2 wounds.
Cheeky. I get a 6-up saving for my scaly hammer.
Okay, and regen.
There we go.
They're okay. So the pistoliers are going to try and shoot on them. Shoot on them, shoot at them on 5s.
So hitting on 5s, because they're shooting multiple shots. 1, and then 5 to wound.
Strength 4, isn't it?
Strength 4.
4's to wound. Got it anyway.
You got it anyway?
I've gone through my armour, so I'll save up my regen. You finally kill a troll.
Yay!
Caught in the crossfire, the tank is firing a cannon straight at them, trying to put the shell there, trying to pile through 3 of the trolls.
So
Does it?
it moves, so it lands 4 inches away, which
Yes.
is on the troll's noggin, but there.
Does he bounce?
And then does it bounce? We'll see what it does. Nope.
Stinks right in him.
Stops on a troll's hide.
Wounds on 2s.
Wounds on 2s?
Lodges into
Oh,
the troll.
no!
Bounces off his head.
Yeah.
His head butts it away. Push.
Then the breath weapon came out and hit the trolls. Put 1 wound on there.
Yeah.
Well, it's a while. And then we're on to the
Hellblast
volley
volley gun through the gap.
through the gap.
Come on, boys.
Straight at them.
Ooh,
And
okay.
that is 18 shots.
So hits on 3s now because it's using the engineer's ballistic skill.
Okay.
Here we go.
You that's a lot of 2s.
That was like 10 2s. Anyway, winning on 3s against
Winning on
the trolls.
3s.
Yeah.
Gen saves.
Straight through the armor. All the regen saves. You make 1 of the
Wounded
regen
one,
saves.
That's a fresh one, so you kill the back rank.
And that kills the back rank of trolls.
Yes,
You're
you might
making
wanna
any of the saves there.
Reconsider their life choices right now.
Mm.
Luckily, they can
Test.
use the general's leadership because he's back in action.
Yes.
And he's really good at making these tests.
Yes.
Yay! That's your thing. They love it.
From the middle, we came over to here where the handgunners unleashed on the bolt throwers, and because they moved, the handgunners that is, all the shots missed. And there's a cannon, a mortar coming up and over their heads and landing on them as well.
Yes.
But can it hit? Will it misfire? Let's find out.
Direct hit.
Direct hit.
So you're putting it there.
So the shell has hit the fresh one.
The shell has hit the fresh one. So
Yeah.
3 to wound the fresh one.
3 to wound the fresh one.
Yes. That wounds the fresh one.
Wounds the fresh one.
I get no save on that, so
Okay.
it's going to do... Is it...
It is multiple wounds D3.
And that is 2 damage.
Two more.
They're
crew.
both
one
on
left.
a wound each. And then the splash damage hits the bolt thrower nearby.
On a 4 up though, because you're only partially covered by it.
Yes.
So on a 4 up,
Yes. It
Hits
wounds.
hits, and it's
5. You
strength 2 for this one.
strength 2 gives you just 6. So
No.
you've left both my bolt throwers intact.
Yeah. They're still there. Both on a wound.
Greedy.
Basically all the gunners are gone. And that's the end of the shooting phase.
Believe so.
That's the end of the
Yes.
shooting phase. So we have the ongoing combat here. We have Squigs versus Flagellants here. We have the charge into the rock thrower over here. And then, of course, the hero, men-at-arms, veterans in the middle, fighting the Black Orcs one more time. So we'll start with Preceptor into Rock Lobber. Rock Lobber crew, hitting them on 3s.
Hit on 3s for the
Yes.
Preceptor.
He hits once.
Hits once. And then his strength is...
Got a lance back.
Got his lance.
And wounds, kills 1.
Kills 1.
The Demigriff hits on 3s as well. And hits twice. 2s to wound.
2 to wound.
That destroys the whole crew. The rock,
Rock lobber.
thank you, is removed, and he overruns and gets into the Doom Divers.
I will confess now, I placed this backwards because I'd forgotten it had misfired 2 turns ago, so I shouldn't have been able to fire it, but it did nothing, so that's why it did nothing.
Okay,
But it's about
so
to
yeah,
end
last
anyway.
turn you've
Last
shot
turn.
it, but you shouldn't have shot it, but it missed anyway.
Mea culpa.
Yeah.
It was the goblin's fault.
Okay, so there's a Demigriff running rampant through your back lines.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Interesting. Should we get back to that? That's the cherry on the cake.
Okay.
Let's move over to this flank. So we did the fight between the Boar Boys in the last night. That last night is gone. Your War Boss taking him out. And now on to Squigs versus Flagellant. Squigs have higher initiative. They're happy. They're jumping around all over the place.
Hitting on 3s.
Yes.
You save it, but that'll never happen.
2s to wound. 9 ward saves.
5 up saves. Sigmar be with us or something. And
That's the front rank down, so the Lecton gets to fight.
3's to hit.
Yes. Hits twice.
Hits twice.
2s.
Kills 2 of them.
Kills 2.
And the flagellants lost, so they give ground again. So the squigs pursue them again. So overrunning on this flank with the orcs. But now, down into the middle, where the general is going toe-to-toe with the war boss, if there's any challenges issued.
He's going to issue a challenge, because unlike your general...
I'll issue a challenge, thank you very much.
Mine is putting the steps in, you see. I've been back and forth. I've been chopping things up.
I'm the one issuing a challenge, because
I don't want to step ahead of you. Yes, go ahead.
I get to do it first. I'll challenge you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You will challenge me.
Yes.
Do I want my big boss to take that thing? No, I'll take that challenge.
Go on then.
The captain of the Empire versus a war boss. And he has 2 attacks, though.
Surprisingly enough, he hits on a 4.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that.
Yeah. He hits once.
Hits once.
Yeah.
What's his toughness?
This is 5.
So 5 to wound. Hey!
Lands
Armor bane.
a blow.
No armor bane, just a regular sword.
3 up save.
Yes! Take the wound off
I
him!
have a talisman of protection.
No.
And a 5 up.
Yes!
Oh, you take a wound off him. You didn't like
Scratches
that.
him. Shanks him.
I'm going to kill him back now, so I need 3s to hit. So there's 3 hits, and I will wound him on probably 2s with my strength of 7.
Strength of 7. Definitely on 2s.
Ah!
1
One
wound.
wound.
Back again. With his plate of armor and shield, he needs a 5 up save.
5 up save.
That's
Oh.
not a 5 up save.
It
This
does.
is a multiple weapon
D3
weapon.
wounds,
It does
that's
3.
wounds.
He's only got 2 wounds.
He
Okay.
gets cleaved in twain. So now the veteran state troops fire out with their halberds, hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
Yes. And
Ooh, well done, boys.
4 hits there. That's,
Well
that's
done,
good.
boys.
Wounding on 4s with their halberds.
Yeah, because it's strength +1.
And that's 2 wounds.
And that's armor bane on that one, so that's -1, -2.
Okay, I need a 6. I
Yes.
need a 5.
Yes.
Ooh, I save 1, so one of them goes down.
Black Orcs have extra hand weapons, so the 2 fighting back.
Okay, hitting on 4s.
Twice.
Wounding on 4s. Oh, you're human then. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds come in, no AP.
So 6 up saves. 1.
Save 1.
So the Orcs won the combat, but because of close order and banners and things,
Yeah.
actually lost the combat.
Pushing me back. But
Yeah, your
as we
leadership-
know, my leadership is pretty good.
Yeah, you never fail this. You don't fail.
8, no, 8 is good because my
Because-
leadership is 9, so even with the modifier, I pass it.
Yes.
It's below my naturals. All I do is just give ground. Phew. Do you wish to pursue?
It is their turn next turn. You don't want them charging you, do you?
Yes, that's true. I will.
What's that disembodied narrator giving advice?
What? And that was the end of turn 4 for the Empire of Man. Right, so what have they got on this flank? They've got some gunners and artillery shell. Okay. What have they got on this flank? They got some gunners and some gunners. And a horsey riding around in the backfield, and this thing about to clear away the Orcs and Goblins artillery. In the middle, there's still a lot of targets for the Orcs and Goblins to feast on. Has it gone to Orcs and Goblins turn 4? I said Orcs and Goblins about 7 times there, didn't I?
Do you know what's going on here?
What?
This is the fighting bull buffalo formation. You see,
What?
because they've all got horns in their helmets, right? So they've taken the lessons.
Right.
I let them in the centre.
Yes.
While the horns converged around the side. So I wanted all this to happen. I wanted him to overrun my artillery. I wanted them to run away because I've drawn them in the centre. Meanwhile, the flanks have closed in. This is exactly as I planned it.
So this should be the killing blow.
Someone's killing blow, yeah.
So after all the chaos and confusion with all the random stuff over here, the Foot of Gork, or possibly Mork, is not moving very far this turn.
Do you know?
And then we've got a couple of charges. The trolls could use the leadership, so they're not stupid anymore. The boss has started shouting at them
They
again.
can pass on their own leadership. They're taking independent action.
You rolled a 3, yeah.
Oh, the 3, yeah. So they're going to charge them.
So they're going to go charging in.
Yeah, so
okay.
that's
A minute
very
on.
fast
That's
to fail, and
okay. That's a
they're
definite
welcome. They're
charge.
sick of being shot at. They want to kill something.
Right. The 3 of them that finally get there
Yeah.
get to break some heads. Over here.
Over here, they're going to charge those handgunners.
Ball
Do you want to
riders.
Stand and shoot.
Yeah, why not?
May as well.
Okay.
The 5 and a swift stride. That's not a swift stride. That's a 7 plus another 7 of them. They'll get in on a 14.
14-inch charge. Okay. So the gunners, overwatched them on the way in. No wounds caused. Now we're on to the fanatic.
Now-
Compulsory moves.
I've got a theory
Yes.
that our little fanatic
Yeah.
just wants to go and see his friends.
Wants to come back into them.
Come on, but remember
Yeah.
me, boys.
They
remember
sat
me.
on his head and fed him mushrooms. He
Yeah.
wants to go flying back
I
in.
wouldn't
He
say
wants
no to a double right now.
more mushrooms. It's a double.
No!
double. He's been spinning around so much he's got dizzy and fallen over.
Rest easy.
But the direction was there. The direction was there.
It was, wasn't it?
Then you remembered to dispel the foot of Gork.
Indeed.
And then move around the corner there with the Wyvern. These guys pivoted round, and that's all that's up over here. On the other side, a bit of reforming as well with the Goblin archers. That's it for the movement phase.
Yeah, we're actually running out of stuff left now.
Okay, so we've got some shots lined up to go into the boss.
Indeed.
And some magic over here. You can do some magic over here.
Let's begin with the magic. We've got a Vindictive Glare, because we're feeling quite vindictive against this guy.
Yes.
Ran down these poor Wolf Riders for no reason. I need an 8 for this. That makes it a 9 plus my leash biz, so it's 13 you have to beat.
That's a double
Boxcars
boxcars to beat it. No, I do not.
You do not. So he takes a single strength 7 hit. Ward saves and regeneration saves are permitted. Armor saves are not. So that's got him.
So that's 6 wounds in. 5 plus ward save for the white cloak.
For the white cloak.
And he's gone.
He dead.
And that vindictive glare has been sniping out quite a few people.
It's cracking.
Now, it turns out the Orcs and Goblins have kind of cleared off this flank, which is nice. Now, over here, your archers can really only hit the griffin over there.
It's long range and they've moved, so it's going to be 6s, but 6s will be poisonous.
Sixes will be
We'd like
poisonous.
some 6s.
There's
we get no 6s.
None 6s.
No poison today.
Okay.
No at all.
We
What
have
about
these
two bolt throwers?
throws clinging on with the last of their crews.
Right.
We'll go for the Imperial Griffin guy. So
Okay.
we're going to need a couple of 5s here. One 5 gets through.
Wounds on a 3.
Doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound.
It's a shot on crewman.
So that's it for the shooting phase. Just one casualty right in the corner being taken off from magic. Now we've got some fights. We've got the Preceptor back here with the last of the artillery. We've got the Black Orcs in the middle. We've got the Trolls. And we've got the ongoing fight with the Flagellants and the Squigs. And the new fight, the Boar, the Beast Riders running down the Gunners? Handgunners. Boar Riders versus Handgunners. Here's the boss with his accurate axe.
He's
axe.
it could be an accurate ass, we don't know. Hitting on 3s.
Yes.
But
That's a bit
That's really cocked.
we roll that anyway because it's accurate.
Yeah.
That's a bit more accurate.
He hits 4 times.
Okay. Wounding on strength 5, wounding on 2s.
Just 2 wounding.
Just 2, minus 1 from the axe.
That's 2 of them cut down
armor.
by the axe of doom.
Hitting.
Boar Rider's still frenzied, have loads of attacks.
Yep, we're hitting on 4s there.
Okay. 3's to wound. That kills 3 more. Then the pigs go oink oink.
4 for the pigs.
And
They will kill 2 more.
so 7 of the gunners were killed. The marksman fought back, but was not strong enough to hurt the Boar Riders. Now they need to make a leadership test.
Need snake eyes basically, don't I?
Yeah.
So the gunners fail. They fall back in good order. The Boar Riders pursue. We're on to the Squigs one more time. Hitting all these Flagellants one more time on 3s. 2s to wound.
2s to wound.
Hacking your way through them. 8 feel no pains.
8 5-ups.
You lose 6 more.
Ow.
That leaves everyone except for the Lector Sigmar.
So, hitting on 3s for my Lector Sigmar.
Yes. That one's really cocked.
That's a bit cocked.
Yeah. He hits all the time. He's
All
angry.
the time. He's really angry.
Yeah,
He's
two
just seen
swords.
his devoted followers fall over.
Yeah. He takes down 2 Squigs. Then after taking his leadership test, the Lector fell back and the Squigs pursue him. So we have Boar Riders pursuing, Squigs pursuing over here. Now we come on to the next combat. The Trolls have finally made it in. They're going to be punching some puny humans. And because the Trolls went charging in there, they actually get to swing first. And they're hitting on 4s. Smush.
Hitting on
2s. Strength 5, toughness 3.
2s. They had extra hand weapons, that's why they were fighting with so many. But,
Okay.
Armour Bane. Do you have armour? Because 2 of those have gone through.
Yes. 6 up on the shield.
Okay.
Because we've got light armor and shields. So 6 up for these. No.
No.
Just 2 gone. And then 5 more, you said?
5 more.
5 more 5-ups.
So that was the front rank destroyed. Only the sergeant could fight back and they're Trolls. He couldn't wound them. And then at the end of the combat, the Trolls get to vomit all over those state
Get
troopers.
to vomit. So each troll will vomit.
Yes.
It hits automatically.
Yes.
But it's only strength 3. So I'll wound on 4s and it's minus 2. So it will just, I assume, vomit right through their armour.
Burn through.
So basically 4s to kill.
Yeah.
1 more vomited.
And at the end of the combat, the state troopers give ground and the Orcs pursue one more time, rinsing and repeating there. That's 3 units breaking. Then we had a fourth fight all the way back here with the Preceptor on the Griffey. And that's all the artillery for the Orcs wiped out. That Doom Diver is gone. Both of the Rock Lobbers have gone. All the Orc artillery have less. There's 2 bolt throwers up here and 1 wound. And then we're down to the Maelstrom of Death in the middle, where the Warlord of the Orcs is up against these veteran state troopers. No more challenges issued because there's no more characters left in those veterans. Yeah. So your boss man starts swinging away first.
Indeed. These are veterans. They've got what's called 4, haven't they?
Okay. So you hit on 3s.
And 3s.
Yeah. He lands 3 blows. Strength 7.
I'm not sure it's strength. It's good though. Strength could be ogre blade. Quite right. I should know. So
2 wounds.
-2, so he's going to cleave right through.
I'm going to cleave 2 because I'm going to use my halberds instead of my shields.
Okay. And then
everyone hits together now.
yes, the Orcs and the humans fight at the same time. So here's the human attacks.
Use the humans, so I've got 3 left who can fight.
Yep.
And they hit on 4s.
They land 4 blows.
Okay, we'll take
All right,
that.
it's going to be 5s to wound though.
So the,
They're halberds, are they?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
the
halberds.
halberds.
4s to
Fours to
wound.
wound.
Yeah,
4s to
4s.
wound.
Yeah. 2 wounds.
That's an armor being as well, so that's -2 on that one.
So we're 6.
No.
Followed by and that one didn't hit, but that one does. So
That one does, that's
5.
-1.
So I save 1, I lose 1, but he'll get to fight back at the same time.
Okay.
So these are all the guys with extra hand weapons.
Yes.
Chopping down, they all need 4s.
Okay, everyone's quite swingy in the middle right now. There's a lot of murder
They're
happening.
strength 4, so they will get 3s on you. So 2.
Ooh.
I don't believe there's any armor choppy on that, so it's just your regular armor.
6 up saves.
Finally, the Black Orcs win a combat.
Yay!
Leadership test on the state troopers.
Okay.
Let's see if they hang in there. 6. And because the general is looking at them from his massive eagle there, they fall back in good order. The Orcs close the gap. So that's the end of turn 4. We're going to go into Empire of Man's turn 5. But the Empire of Man have lost their right flank, their left flank. But General Blucher, he's still untouched. There's a big steam tank in the middle of the battle grid. Can they turn it round? Let's find out in turn 5. So, it turns out there isn't a lot of charging units left.
No.
But you're going to be doing lots of charging anyway.
Yeah.
Why?
Because there's only so many men you can kill in one turn.
Okay.
I can
So
drown
you're
them with bodies.
Right. So you want to charge, because the Pistoliers can't shoot at anything, the Bowmen can't shoot at anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're going to go charging into the Trolls. That's the
Yes.
plan here. And surround the Trolls.
Yep.
They're not very good in close combat. But they're going to do it anyway.
They haven't done.
You got a long bomb charge with this Preceptor that wants to come charging into the back of the Black Orcs. So
Yes.
let's roll a dice. Let's see if we can
Should we see if we can do it?
do that. So that's a 4 plus the 7 plus D3 for Swift Stride.
Make a big swift.
So that's a failed charge. And the general wants to go into the Black Orcs as well.
Yes.
Swooping around the corner, he's in.
6.
And General Blucher finally makes combat. He makes it there. Then here are the Bowmen and the Pistoliers. They couldn't fail the charge into those Trolls. So those Trolls are in a happy place. You've got 3 units in combat with them. Finished off the rest of the move. The tank pivoting round, and that's about it. Oh, I forgot to mention, he cast a spell one more time. He did a prayer one more time.
Soulfire.
That's the one. Blew up a couple of squigs.
He did.
So Mr. Sigmar still swinging away there. And now we're on to the shooting phase. There's still your artillery is blocked off here.
Yes.
The Hellfire volley gun can't see. We've got some guns that can come into the Wyvern over here. And 2 pieces of artillery on this flank, which can shell down into the Orcs' backfield. So we started the shooting phase on this flank with handgunners firing at a Wyvern, but it's a Wyvern, no damage with troll high trousers. The Wyvern's got troll high trousers on.
Someone's got troll high trousers.
Okay.
That helped us.
That helped out. No wounds caused. And then the steam tank is lobbing a shell. You want to land it here. Let's see what the shell does.
How far does it go?
Yes.
It goes 4.
It's right on the noggin.
And let's see where it skims.
How far does it go?
And it landed straight into the
goes
front
4
rank.
inches.
It goes to the whole rank, wouldn't it?
Straight through 4 of them. Rolling for 2, looking for 2s. And cannonballs for 4 goblins.
That'll do it.
Then lobbing a mortar shell down into the goblins as well.
Yeah,
Trying to
so
make
we
them
change-
panic.
Yeah, see if we can introduce a panic test instead of do the bolt throws again.
Okay.
So, see if we hit first.
Yes.
We do not hit. We scatter 4 inches.
Yeah, that's a miss. Okay, and that's the end of the shooting phase. Just a couple of goblin archers dying. So we've got some combats. We've got some combats here with the Bull Riders, a big combat in the middle. and all the trolls fighting over here. Can the Empire of Man hang in there? So Squigs versus Lecter and Sigma.
You can munch him.
Yes, 4's to hit.
It's quite munchy.
That's only 2 hits.
They're strength 5 though. I think
Still 2's to wound.
Toughness 4.
No.
Snake.
No.
Oh
Fives.
dear me!
No wounds caused, so he swings back again with his Fight's Lost hammer.
Yeah, 3 attacks.
Yes. And lands a blow. One
A blow.
blow.
And then
Squishes a squig.
Squishes the squig.
So you lost the combat.
Oh, that's the combat then. That's not good.
You need to hold or the squigs will break.
Yeah.
And
That is not my leadership. The
No.
squigs are going to break and flee from combat, but squigs don't generally just run backwards like a normal thing. What
Right.
happens is the squig herder runs away,
yes.
and the squigs are left without anyone to control them, so they run around biting everything in range.
Okay.
and what's the range?
Everything within 2d6.
Oh, what?
Everything within 7
So
inches.
is that your unit? So every unit there
Yes, every unit there.
Right.
will suffer D3, strength 5, minus 1 AP hits, and if there are more than 5 squigs without.
Okay.
So D3.
What about him?
Yeah, him too. He's a unit within 2d6.
D3 on the Lecter then.
D3
Let's see
on
if
the Lecter.
As the squigs run up his trouser leg and bite him
That's
twice.
2.
It's strength 5. The snake bite.
yes!
No, he's beating them off. He's beating squigs off all over the place.
Okay.
Okay, D3 into the ball boys.
Well, when you do the ball boys, and I'll do the handgunners.
Can you do that?
Handgunners. One onto the handgunners.
Does get bit.
Let's get bit.
So gets going.
That's
Yeah.
one of the yes.
Yeah.
And then you do D3 on the ball boys.
D3 for the ball boys. Oh!
3 on the ball boys.
Strength 5 running on 3s.
1 on 3s.
That wounds twice.
Hey!
I get 6 up saves for the bull's hide,
Yes.
and then I get 6 up save for the warpaint that does nothing.
Okay.
So the squigs have killed 2 bull boys.
Okay.
Well done, little squigs.
So unit of squigs charge in to the to those dudes,
Flagellants.
the flagellants with that Lecter, and he wins.
He ate all the flagellants. The
Yeah.
Lecter just saw them off, and then they just went wild.
He's the last one to walk out of that combat after beating off all those squigs.
Look at that.
Right, okay. Now we have ball boys versus handgunners. A few dice rolls later. That was pretty much a formality.
It was.
Run them down. And then they can't restrain themselves.
They can't. Also, they don't want to stay near where they're running squigs.
Yeah,
So they
squigs have gone wild.
Yeah, so they just had to go forward into the mortar.
Okay, so they're now engaging the mortar. The Lecter's screaming by, "Come back here, you heretics!" Down to the middle. We'll do the fight with your warlords in a minute.
Yes.
And let's go down to Troll Farm in the backfield. So the Pistoles hitting the trolls on 4s. Let's
Yes.
see if they can actually do something. So they're shooting in close combat.
Yeah.
Pistols in close combat. We're doing 4s.
Pistols to the temple.
Yeah.
1 at -1.
After the regen,
4 to hit with the horses.
Yeah.
1 stamp.
Yeah.
And his strength 3 still. So that's a wound.
Top dice don't count.
Dice going everywhere.
6, followed by a 5-up regen. That's another
so
wound.
do take a wound,
Okay,
that's
so
it.
they did 2.
yes.
What about the bowman?
The bowman, we get 3 attacks with the bowman.
Right.
I've never fought with bowman though, so this is going to be interesting.
Archers hitting
Archers.
on 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought that?
Yeah.
2.
Need 5s.
With 5.
5s. No.
Okay. And then the state troopers get to fight first.
6 of them.
Just going to do some chopping with some hand weapons. So hitting on 4s again.
Choppy chop chop. That is 4 hits.
Oh, boys, well done. 5s again, I believe.
Yeah. There's a wound.
1 wound.
That doesn't save my armour, and that doesn't save my regen. So 1 is down to 1 wound.
So after all that fighting, you didn't kill a troll.
No.
But you injured one.
Come close though.
Yeah.
If he didn't regen his save, he would have been gone by now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Stylus says he's putting 1 troll that way, 1 troll that way, 1 troll that way. He's spreading the love.
I'm not sure what the best solution is, but this seems how what they would do.
Okay.
So let's do the archers first.
Okay.
Hitting you on 4s. Yep. Oh,
Right, the abyss.
they have an extra attack because they're holding hand weapons.
Okay.
Still
Oh,
misses, right.
yeah.
Okay.
Archers get away.
Then the state troopers. You hit twice.
Twice. Right. Strength is high. So
Wound
wounds
twice.
No, so just 2 regular saves.
Shield and light armor.
So 5-up saves.
Yep. 1 dice.
Just 1.
And then the
Pistoles.
pistoles 2. 1 again.
And then his save doesn't save.
Okay, and I'll vomit in every direction.
Okay.
Archers hits, minus is dead. State troop is a bit cocked.
State
Hits.
troop dead.
And then the pistoles vomits. The vomit's doing a great job. So the -2, so 1 killed it for every vomit.
So the trolls won the combat with death. But they lost the combat because of banners and musicians and everything.
Musician tipped the balance.
And their leadership 4.
You did 4, so
Yeah,
what I
need
need
to roll
to do.
really low.
So
That's a natural 4.
that's a natural 4.
So the trolls step back, the pistoles and the archers manage to catch them, and that combat's ongoing. The normal state troopers behind, though, they didn't. They're stuck with all the vomit, stuck a bit to the ground.
Clean it up. Get the sand bucket out.
Yes. Now in the middle, veterans and Blucher and Black Orcs. So General Blucher issued a challenge when he went in there. Of course he did. And the war boss of
Rushnog Iron Splitter.
you should have definitely not accepted.
I'm not backing down.
So you accepted.
I accepted. I'm up there.
Right, so we'll get to that fight in a minute. Down here, though, the veterans and the Black Orcs fight at the same time. Here are the Black Orcs hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
Yes,
Okay. I'm
not
a bit
great.
tired.
Yeah, their arms are
Ooh,
definitely
They've had
tired.
a bit of a long battle.
Winning on
Fight
3s.
since turn 2.
They wound 3
3
times.
wounds.
Using your 6-up saves.
Yeah, my light armor, because we're not using shields, because we're using halberds.
Okay.
Oh, so 2.
At the same time, the men of arms fight back.
So we're hitting on 4s as well.
Yes. And you land 3 blows, but it's the 5s to wound that's the tricky bit.
Is it 5 to
Oh no, you've got halberds.
halberds.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's got a halberd.
Yeah, you said that, and I just completely ignored it.
3
3
wounds.
wounds.
Minus 1.
So I need 5 ups to save on my plate armor. And look at that.
Oh,
Come
that's
on.
a good roll. Well done. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So a couple of men at arm die. Now we're on to the cherry on the cake.
Okay.
General Blucher goes first, right?
He does.
He went charging in there. So the general with his giant blade hitting on 4.
Hitting on 4s.
And that's a hit.
That's
just,
a hit.
Just one hit.
Just 1 hit.
Okay. That's going to wound on a 4.
Yep.
That's a wound.
And it was. Wait now. So, his
What?
armor being,
Yes.
that's minus 2 for that.
Right.
And this is multiple wounds as well.
And you've only got 2 left.
So I've got a 3 up save. So we'll save on 5 up.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a 5.
no, get out
That's a
there.
5.
Damn it.
Now the burb. 4 attacks. 4s to hit.
4s to hit.
Caca. Caca. That's from Evolution, the movie. Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Strength 6.
Okay.
So you'll wound on 3s.
Wound on 3s.
That is 2 wounds.
wounds.
That's 2
Two wounds.
throughs right there, yeah. The Wicked Claws are minus 2, so 5s.
5s again.
Yes.
Like that.
There's 2 more
Like
5s.
that.
Laugh.
And then he's got another attack with his serrated maw.
Serrated more. Yeah. Hit on 4s.
Caca.
Yes.
That hits. That maybe wounds?
Maybe.
Strength 6 versus toughness 5. That does wound, but no AP.
But it is multiple wounds.
Okay, so you
That's
need a
wounds 2.
3.
Yes.
Okay, so this is death.
Right, don't roll a 1 or 2. That's
Like
another
that.
5.
Do both the 5s.
4 5s in a row.
5s. Okay.
Keeping the war boss
All done now?
alive.
My turn?
I'm all done, yeah.
How many wounds do you have?
I have
Just 2.
7 wounds.
7 wounds
I
to
do
get
hope.
through.
I do hope I don't kill you right now because that'd be embarrassing.
That'll be really embarrassing.
Right.
That'll be awful.
Right. Okay. So I'm better weapon skill, so I'll hit him on 3s.
Okay. You hit
Like
every
that.
single
I'm
time.
carrying the ogre blade, which is better than the giant blade.
Toughness 5.
Tough 5, strength 7.
It's 2s to wound.
2s to wound.
Ooh, there's a
that's
1.
3, and that's armor bane.
There's an
Okay,
armor bane
so
and 2 others.
let's
Right,
have a
okay.
So, first one's a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a 6.
5s.
And then 2 5s. Ooh.
No.
No.
How much
Now-
damage?
No, you make the ward saves now, so you got
So the Armor of Destiny's ward saves are 4 up.
Yes.
Destiny's not calling
No.
for multiple wounds, so you can't die,
Okay.
but you are going to take 6 wounds.
Ow! You got 1 left.
Forgot to mention the terror thing. You did pass the terror thing. Now the burb has stomp attacks.
Stomp attacks.
D3 plus
D3
1
plus
at
1.
the end. For 3 attacks at the end.
Wound strength.
They auto hit.
Yes.
They're going to wound on 3s.
Strength 6. So we could do with some of these going on.
They all wound. They're all 3-up saves.
Are they minus 1 for stomp?
No, unless it says there.
No.
And your warlord
Gets a ward save.
gets a ward save. I was going to say, and your warlord falls. What's his ward save?
It's 5 up.
2 5s. 1 5 to keep him alive.
No! You can't, Mike! You can't roll that many 5s!
You passed every single save, essentially. Which means the Empire of Man lost that
You
combat.
lose the combat, yeah.
So, leadership test. On the General's leadership, minus 3. Here's the Veteran State Troopers. They're going to... That's okay. And then the General himself. Isn't he immune to psychology? Being a big monster or something like
It's
that.
immune to fear and terror.
And at the end of the Empire of Man's turn 5, that combat in the middle is ongoing. Over here, that where the Lecter's chasing down that dudes. Those dudes are soon to be dead because the Orcs and Goblins are in combat. There's a Preceptor over here. There's the Wyvern round here doing all sorts of things. It's spread out. It's all over the place. It's been chaos. It's been anarchy. That was a lot happening in the middle right there. As we go into Orcs and Goblins turn 5. So, Stylus, what's the plan in turn 5?
Horns of the buffalo are closing in.
Right.
We've got these guys. They want to do a quick reform so that this handy shaman can see this guy and be a bit vindictive towards him.
Another vindictive
That's worked
lair.
out well for us.
He's got many vindictive lairs, okay.
Trolls will keep on fighting there.
Yes.
Black Orcs will keep on fighting there. Go Black Orcs.
Yes.
These guys will stay put because they can shoot something. These guys will stay put because they can see this lone Lecter hanging there.
Okay.
And those guys will just have to smash up that cannon and probably run off the field.
Right.
But the only exciting we've got is a charge.
A charge?
The Wyvern that I tooled up and was ready for a hell of a game is finally do something in turn 5.
Yeah, I mean,
he's gonna.
Monkey's Great Beast and getting in turn 5. It looks like you're getting in turn 5 as
I
well.
mean, did he really even get in turn 5? I mean,
Well,
for all the good he did.
Your War Boss made every single save. He was
It
a
was a
beast.
lot of 5s.
Charlie.
Winter's Dice now available.
Yes.
So-
Email me, wintersdice to winters40k@gmail.com. Who are you charging, the gunners
We'll
or...
hit the state troops because I don't want to get shot.
The state
And
troopers.
there's an overrun into the Hellblaster there.
Okay.
So,
Can I flee from these or no? Is
you
that
can
okay?
choose to flee, yes.
Let's choose to flee. In this direction?
It would be, turn and flee.
Okay, we'll do that, please.
So,
Right, let's see how far the charge is with all your speed and
so
things.
4 plus my movement plus swift stride
Ooh.
is a 60. We're at 19.
We need to add all that up. Let's see how far you manage to flee.
2d6, pick, discard the lowest.
No, just 2d6 flee.
2d6? Oh.
That's only 3 inches. He might catch you. So it turns out it's got a hell of a long movement, hell of a long charge. Because they chose to break and got caught,
Yes.
they got wiped out.
Yeah.
And the Hellgunners now need to make a panic test.
Panic!
They saw some horrible things happen right in front of them.
Don't panic is the thing.
Don't panic. They panic.
They panic.
Okay. Yeah. And it turns out that the Hellgunners fell back in good order. These gunners fell back in good order. And your Wyvern that you spent all the points and put all the tools and all the weapons on him still hasn't used any of them.
Yeah.
He just pounced on some people and destroyed them. So that's the only charge.
No, the movement will be. these
We're going to
guys
do a
will
little bit of moving.
reform on the spot.
Yes.
Because someone's getting the evil eye.
Someone's getting the evil eye
Very
and we'll
vindictive.
start there.
I think that's what we're doing. So let's cast Vindictive Glare on him.
And
That goes off. Would you like to try and dispel that?
you need boxcars
You
to
need boxcars.
dispel the Vindictive Glare. That's not
He
boxcars.
takes a strength 7 hit.
That wounds him.
That wounds him. So,
Go straight through the armour.
yeah, a smart man might try and shoot the griffin, but I'm not that smart.
Right.
Let's
D3?
D3, so 5 or 6 will kill it dead. Oh, he's
Wow.
doing all right with the rolls
That-
at the moment.
Goblin
He's done some
with
work.
his glare is the most vindictive I've ever seen. So on to the shooting phase. Goblin archers stood still. Volley fire is the thing. Shooting the Lectra Sigmar.
The Spider Banner, Spider Banner.
5s to hit. 6s are poisoned. There's a couple
2
of
poisons.
poisoned. Rest will win on 5s.
Okay, so 3 to save, no AP.
Fulp saves with his heavy armor and shield.
Yes. Takes a wound.
Takes a wound. He's down to 2 wounds left.
Bolt thrower, number 1.
Okay. Misses.
Bolt thrower, number 2.
Hits him in the back.
Wounds him on 2.
Wounds
Wounds him
him.
on 2, minus 3 to his armour.
Oh.
Oh.
Does he have a ward or something?
He doesn't have any wards.
Okay. Does he have a regeneration?
Nope.
He takes 2 wounds.
Oh, he's dead! No, speared through the back.
So that's the end of the shooting phase, and Goblin Sniper Fire taking down characters. Taking down one here, one there. Then we go on to the fight phase. We get to the ruckus in the middle. We've got the trolls. And we've got the boar boys back here against the artillery. So we did the combat formality. You wiped them out, and then you overran off the
I
table?
think because they're frenzied, they just overrun regardless.
Right.
So they'll come back next turn.
From where? What board
From,
edge?
from where they left, so they'll just pop back here.
Okay, so this turn they're off.
They just need to, they're doing a big old U-turn. They're having so much fun.
Right, okay. On to this troll slapfest down here.
Yeah.
So then we resolved that combat, and as ever when I put the camera down, thinking it's a foregone conclusion, the trolls lost, and then they broke. So we've got 2 trolls left. You did kill a bunch of archers and 2 horses, and they're running away.
But they did not get caught.
They did not get caught as they ran away. So even if they regroup, then they're not going to go flying back in there. But now we're down to the fight in the middle, let's do Black Orcs versus Men-at-Arms first, and then is the initiative. No, Blucher. We have to do it in initiative order.
We can hold off because it will make a difference to the big.
It's a challenge anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we can do the grunts
Okay.
doing their best.
The veterans hit the Black Orc on 4s
On 4s.
and land 1 blow.
Oh no, they've tired.
Wound on a 4. It wounds.
An
Armor
Bane,
beams, that's -2.
it's only a 6.
Negative.
Another one goes down.
Okay. The Orcs fight back on 4s
Oh, they get a bit tired
and
too.
4 blows.
3s to wound them because they're stronger. They hit 3 times.
3 wounds came through. 3 6-up saves.
6 ups because they put their shields down.
So trading 1 for 3 there. But the front rank of Orcs is looking a bit depleted. There's only 3 in the front rank. And now General Blucher didn't charge. Your Orc war boss gets to swing
It's
first.
higher initiative, and you're on 1 wound left.
1 wound left.
And I'm on 2 wounds left, so you might say this could be it.
3s to hit.
3s to hit.
Again, he doesn't miss a blow.
Wow.
It's
Strength 7.
Strength 7.
3s to wound.
3s to wound.
Oh,
Hasn't
no.
missed
Every single blow lands
Oh,
and wounds. 6-up save.
No.
The 3 5s.
3 5s.
Okay. And then
Okay.
the ward saves.
Ward saves. So
2
I've got
ward saves.
2 ward saves of 4 up.
Keep him alive.
No! No! That's all he needed was that.
So at the end of turn 5, the general has fallen, and those veterans need to pass the leadership test. They pass the leadership test. They just hang in there, fall back in good order.
Let's pursue
The
him.
Orcs pursue. So at the end of turn 5, the game could end, and we need to find out who's killed more. But right now, there's a tank. Mind you, that's worth a lot of points. And the veterans that are falling back. We've got the archers and the pistoles with some targets that they can shoot at. And these 2 units in the backfield. In fact, this is all that's left of the Empire of Man. Goblins of archers to the right of them, to the left of them, and some bolt throwers up here. And their warlord is just refusing to yield. So the way this game works is you roll a dice and you add the turn number, and if it equals 10, the game ends. So on 5 it ends. And it ends. This is the way the old world ends. Guys, that was an epic game of Warhammer Old World. I just have to say, from a spectator point of view, that was the most old world Warhammer game I've seen. And I've watched quite a few on the internet as well. So, yeah, a lot happened there.
It was back and forth, wasn't it?
That was mad. I think props to my general. Had he not clung on really unfairly,
Right.
my centre would have caved. But he was there, hanging in there.
With his fingernails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your general. But my flanks, what did they? I mean, they just did a fantastic job.
Yeah,
All
they
those
really did.
squig and my
Well, you
night
bought
goblin.
you bought some cavalry this time with those ball
Yeah,
boys.
it's amazing what you do when you move fast around the board.
And you kept them back. You kept them back until turn 3.
I held my nerve. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was, those guys charging did quite well then, didn't they?
Otherwise, I held this guy back, and he was like a hugely expensive unit that just did one thing.
Well, we had a demigriff do work as well.
Yeah.
And we had a gaze, a really nasty stare thing. What was that called again?
Vindictive glare.
Vindictive glare.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something gaze, a hypnotic gaze, which is a broodlord thing. But that vindictive, you took about 5 targets out with that. That was crazy.
I've read the rules right now. We're going to find you can't type.
Post a comment if he's got it wrong.
I'm sure there's been no battle reports in the history of YouTube ever that have any mistakes on. What is the final score, by the
Final
way?
score, we added it all up with the sums, is that the Empire scored 1,886 points.
Including banners and
Including
things?
banners, and they captured, and the battle standard, and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
And the Orcs scored 2,766.
Wow.
So it's an
You
absolute
had
massacre.
a lot more banners, plus the general.
After 2 long years, I've turned it around, and the Greenskins have led me to victory.
Yeah. So is this the last game that you'll ever play Monkey
Now
on Old World?
retire from playing Old World undefeated.
Yeah, that was a really good game though. I was, especially that centre, just like carnage in the middle.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Everything got to fight everything. Really, nothing was really left out. Everyone got to shoot or fight or do stuff. It was great fun.
Fanatics swinging out. Any MVPs for you, Monkey?
Fanatics, I think they did more damage to Silas's stuff than any of my guys did.
Right. And the MVPs for you, Stylus, was it the Fanatics?
I think anything Goblin was a good MVP for me. Although, I mean, Gresham Guy and Splitter, he earned his corn.
I think this is the only game I've seen where there's still goblins on the field.
The Goblins are doing quite well. Actually, they're the most numerous thing. I think they're going to take over now.
I think MVP for you needs to be the your Night Goblin Shaman.
Zapping things away with his. He probably
So
has
good.
put some eye drops in now because he's been staring a lot at things.
Hasn't blinked for about 2 days.
But clearly, I mean, 3,439 points is the sweet spot for
Yeah.
Mr.
Told
Play.
you.
That's where it comes in.
Said.
Like there was lots going on,
Yeah.
and everything got to have a turn.
So if you're at home and you want to play a game of Old World, then you need to pick 3,400 points.
39 points.
And then it's the sweet, yes.
That's the sweet spot for Orcs and Goblins.
But we do hope you enjoyed that battle report. Say happy wargaming.
Happy
Wargaming.
Wargaming!